How's it going, everybody?
We're playing Street Fighter
3 Online Edition, Fight for the Future. Well, the first one was just called 3.
The only one I ever heard of was Street Fighter 5.
Well, yeah, it started with Street Fighter 5. And then they recently made one, which is like this retro, like, recreation of Street Fighter 5.
Like 12 Street Fighter games.
Yeah, like, it's this new thing called D-Makes. Like, have you seen Final Fantasy 7 for NES?
Well, why are the D-Makes better?
Why are they better? I don't know. I don't think they're better. I mean, the graphics don't look as good. They don't look as claymation-like. So I'm just getting my my Twitch stream set up so I can look at the chat.
There's not much.
There actually was something to look at while I was gone picking somebody up. I want to make sure I thank the person for it. I'm just going to go in here first, make sure everything's okay. Good. Hold on a second here. Okay.
Buddy. Playing some video fighting variety. We tried actually getting in, like actually fighting with each other, but that didn't work out. But then they made video games about it. I was like, oh, well. Less fun, but we won't die. So here we are.
Doesn't sound very fun.
When's the bare knuckle box? How about you?
Alright, how's it going, Justly Belmont?
Oh. Wait, you press start?
You can press start now.
I did it.
Good for you. Good jorb.
Got rewarded a little.
Good jorb there, Homestar.
Oh.
Can I cancel? Yes. So we're playing the PS3 version.
Fighters ready. Engage. Prepare to strike now.
How's it going? All these points you got. Yeah, rematch. Oh, it's Mandy's stick.
Oh, so we both get to select.
It's just, we take turns selecting what we want to do.
Why couldn't we try to do that?
I was gonna say, the real trick is to just pick winner arcade mode, and winner stays on, you just character lock, and loser gets to reselect once they hit, once they hit start. Because winner is character locked even if you're not in arcade mode and you're just on versus. If you both select, not rematch, if you both pick go to character select, winner's character locked anyway.
Oh really? That's weird.
Yeah, 3SOE is a piece of work and Capcom's never made a working Court of Third Strike.
That's right, it is.
I was gonna say 30th is actually worse than this. That interface is terrible. You have to go back to both players' character select.
How about the PS2 version?
That's it. You have to remind me the Anniversary Collection exists. Yeah, what's like the best, most functional version? Is it unfortunately this one? Yeah. Because the Dreamcast version isn't any better, is it?
I don't think so. No. Like, what is like definitely top?
I mean,
Let's go to the
yeah. Gives you the full arcade experience.
full arcade experience. That widescreen full arcade
Yep.
experience.
Like great title music.
Yeah.
The character select.
You never
music.
played Third Strike on Vuelix before?
Hey, Reddick World, how's it going?
Just thought cool, best girl. Just double checking. Make sure I heard that right.
Handlers. Oh. Generously. Oh. I see you translate a lot of your good to your play, your third strike to your third strike thing.
Of course.
And you try to throw freaking everything.
Well, yeah. That's how you tech everything.
Okay, so who has next? I'll
Guess
get
it's you.
You okay? I'm not documentary.
No.
Why? Is it like the brony one?
No, it was talking about how like
Isn't that like lethal then? Like infants?
if they're not like in public,
It's missing a three like downs or something.
yes, like the majority that millions, you know.
You got three?
Yeah, three sounds good.
Now, find a new rival.
Well, they're trying to split like.
Maybe my kids should start practicing with you. Good.
Maybe.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Yeah, the media will spin anything whatever way it wants.
And but then it's talking about, but like apparently there's a lot of 5-year-olds that
I guess it doesn't start if, or the combo doesn't work if you're crouching.
Go.
Also, yeah, Nathan, that combo only works on standing. Go forward like Tatsu and the DP only works. It sucks. Arcade shock for maybe? What is it? Okay. Yeah, probably those places. Is Maccats like a tea?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
yeah. Isn't Maccats like out of business? Like they don't exist
Fine,
anymore?
but they're
Yeah. I mean, if the board's fried, it's probably time to get a Brooks Universal at that point. Oh, the cord. Is it the detachable? Oh yeah, no, hella places have those. At worst, I think the same ones that Dancing Customs uses will work.
Try to deem it through.
Gotta call him.
Oh boy.
I hate his.
See what I think about Makoto's? Okay.
That's okay. Everything that happened in that sequence is about what I think of Makoto's too. And I play the bitch. Immediate whip DP at the start of the round. Dash up, Karaxa, whiff, stand fierce. Yep, that's about how I feel.
Trying to DP a brush punch, probably.
A rush punch or an axe kick, I guess. Okay, that worked.
Yes.
I love this ignorant gorilla.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Also, I'm happy that these are the default arcade colors because every time I have to play on Gabe's whack-ass PS3, he's got the stupid DLC colors, and they're so ugly.
There are DLC colors.
Yeah, for online edition, there's like a bunch of 2i colors and like some other custom palettes that are terrible. They look like butt cheeks is what they look like. And like, not in the good kind.
You like
No, I think it's probably set in like help and options somewhere on like the main screen, but it's not like Guilty Gear where you can like press start or something and tell that, you know, you're on EX or you're on reload or anything. It's whatever the owner has it set to and you're just fucked.
You can. See, this is my CVS toothpick, but this is my secret.
Nice.
E-groove pack. So smart, so good at video games. These reconnect controller 2 has been disconnected.
Oh.
How's it going, latency?
It's alright. Work just takes forever these days because like I'm not getting up and doing anything. Like I'm freaking chained to my PC in a dungeon for like 8 hours. It's like, okay, well I finished this tedious mind-numbing task. What's the next tedious mind-numbing task? Or my personal favorite, which is like, hey, do a bunch of research on a product that nobody has listed. So that thing about what you just said where like nobody has it available, how am I supposed to do research on it? It's exhausting. I broke the paywall on a mobile game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I kind of hate myself for it, but it's whatever.
Which game?
Bandori, Bang Dream Girls Band Party. It's a phone rhythm game, and I'm susceptible to it the same way I'm susceptible to all rhythm games. which is to say, if I can understand how to operate the inputs,
Nice.
yep, you have to start punishing them way sooner than you think you do. It sucks.
We used to play this on the arcade version. Oh, the Super Gun.
Yeah. But now Mike has it?
But now Mike took his board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's sick on top of it,
Bastard.
apparently.
Yeah. Taking his own board, how dare you?
Taking his own toys home and then getting sick.
Final round. Now.
I'm gonna see if I can get a third strike board.
I wish you the best of luck, because that doesn't seem to be an easy feat to accomplish.
I might be able to. What's that, Mandy? No, I mean, I know where I can get some, because I have a lot of connections. I know somebody who has a ton of them who they're going to be trying to sell.
I didn't want that. I wanted Steam Kick. Ah.
There's all sorts of arcade boards I want to try. Like I got these chips that you install on onto your CPS2 boards. And so I have a broken Vampire Savior board.
Oh, okay.
Of the cheap shit.
Because it's just broken because the security chip died.
Oh, okay.
Died.
So I just need to.
Graceful death.
No, not shit. Like, not.
Find a new rival.
Taking it.
Oh, God.
Embrace seppuku, yeah.
I'm gonna get a third strike board and a Vampire Savior board. I don't have access to a Super Turbo board.
That's
If I
okay.
know, like, there's no way I can carry it.
You have to believe in yourself.
Yep.
Ah, what
This is the last like random fighting game meetup of the month.
Yeah.
So we need to come up with a new schedule for next month.
Okay, cool. We'll throw KI in there.
I'm all for that.
Definitely show up for that shit.
Up for third strike again.
Yeah.
Do that. We'll obviously do CVS 2.
Well, sounds like you got 3 out of your 4 weeks.
Yeah, what we were doing.
Oh, what? Dude, that's close fist DP into their dead, and like
That was nice.
the confirm board is so stupid because I'm not used to that. I hate that. Fuck their strike.
This game fucking sucks.
Yeah, let's play good game.
Skullgirls?
Yeah, that you don't want them. You don't want them, bitch. Top 240? You don't want them.
No, legitimately, like, I don't actually want none, I was just trying to meme.
Third strike sucks. Let's play a good fighting game like Skullgirls.
Again, you don't want them.
Third Strike sucks, let's play a good fighting game like Super Turbo.
Yeah. Speaking of
Okay,
which,
why-
I actually really want to get into Super Turbo.
Okay, real talk, like, why is Shogunets like sometimes 2 hits and sometimes 3?
Good question.
Which one?
The Red Fireball.
Oh, it's different versions, right?
No,
2, 3, 4.
It's only. Only
3
two.
max.
Yeah, it's definitely 3 at max.
Oh, is it just 1, 2, 3 then?
Probably
Light,
three
medium,
versions.
heavy?
I thought they were all supposed to be 3, but like I feel like sometimes it either
I
gets
think-
parried
I
as
think
2.
it's light, medium, heavy in this version. It used to be like the red fireball would just randomly come out in other fighting games or other Street Fighter games, but
Well, ST, you had the weird, like, what is it, like, I think it's half circle forward for Ryu.
yeah.
You can do Shogunets.
Well, that's what it is for Akuma.
Yeah. There it is. What do you get off a low forward on crouchers? Just low forward fireball?
I was trying to play more KI to just unlock different colors and stuff like that, and my computer kept crashing.
Oof.
I don't know why. Like, I mean, I was trying it in like windowed mode and weird stuff like that, but it just kept crashing. It wasn't crashing when we were streaming it. So
Yeah, I mean, that was convenient.
It looked like ass because it had the lowest settings possible. but I like KI.
You know what I like realized the other day when somebody mentioned it and I watched the animation with no background? KKZ is just, what is it, Raging Storm?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh my god, it's even like the fucking 3 shockwaves and everything.
Final round. Go.
Oh.
I was like,
You win.
now, if I did DP super earlier, I would have won. I have more faith in it.
Whether you are reckless or brave, use the style that suits you best.
What if I'm just dumb?
Use the style that suits you best.
Dumb is also a style.
Yeah?
Dumb style.
It's too not style.
Face to foot style, how you like it? No, don't fight Wimplo. A child could beat him.
Was that Kung Pao?
Yeah.
That's a movie I haven't seen.
It's so quotable.
Yeah.
We trained abroad. It's a joke. If you've got an ass, I'll kick it.
I'm dead. So hard to do.
Fighters ready. Engage.
How's it going, chat? Got more people who came on now.
Oh, did somebody else pop in?
Third Strike's a good game.
Actually, I had that open. And I was like, I'm gonna just turn the phone off.
Yeah, we're 7 viewers now. Because once I sat down, I'm able to put it in Discord and Twitter
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So,
Final round.
how's it going, everybody? Playing some nice Third Strike. This is the plus R of Street Fighter games.
Stop, Nathan.
The Super Turbo of Street Fighter 4.
What the fuck did you stop? Stop talking.
Do it!
It's the third strike of Street Fighter 3.
Yeah, they're alright.
Why do I always fall for that?
You keep doing it, I'm gonna learn. Like, for some reason I learned that in third strike, but not. You go, okay, he's gonna deep it now.
31st to 2.
Yep.
It's been a while since I've played like that.
Like, this is the main path. You can put bags right here. You know?
Why did that not catch me? I'm so mad about that one. Fuck.
Catch you because I didn't attack you.
P.
Maybe we can do Melty Blood as 14.
Wow, that caught the
I can't guarantee that I'd choke remotely, but I would definitely,
I love melting mode.
I do too. It was like it was the first fighting game I put any effort into.
Come on, that would have been it.
My first actual fighting game was UMK3, which I don't know if you can call that a real fighting game. I had the Genesis version too, so we didn't even have human smoke. We didn't have the top tier characters, so. Yeah, Genesis.
UMK3, that's not a real fighting game. Not like Mortal Kombat 2.
I was gonna say Genesis UMK3 on a 3-button pad.
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah.
You gotta press the start button to activate some of those other buttons.
It was block. You had to hit low punch and block to get high punch, and you had to hit low kick and block to get high kick. Which meant that like certain overlapping moves just didn't come out. So like Reptile's acid spit was forward high punch, and Reptile's I think it was fast force ball was forward low punch and high punch at the same time.
Oh.
So you literally, the weird thing is the way the game interpreted it, you literally couldn't get acid spit. You got fast force ball every time, which is the low and high at the same time. And I was like, wait, what? Why does this work like that?
Well, you see, Sega should have convinced like Mortal Kombat to be.
That
was their problem.
Yeah. I don't know if it would have been any better or worse for wear, honestly.
Should have just put all the blood and stuff in the Super Nintendo version.
Yeah. Actually, what it is Midway should have convinced Sega to ship all their Genesis with 6-button pads. That's what they should have done.
And you know, Midway had that clout back in Sega Genesis days.
Hey man, I'm talking UMK3. There had been 3 other Mortal Kombats before that. We could have done something. Could have had it all. I'm gonna think of it. Didn't the Saturn ship with 6-button pads? Isn't that like a standard by Saturn? Okay. Yeah, we made it happen. Really?
The Saturn pad is like a pretty high-end pad for fighting game stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of people still.
It's good. The old Sega controllers were good.
Yeah, I remember they were making like PS2 conversion pads, like where it just had a PS2 port for Sega Saturn controller.
Yeah.
And they make them now with USB ports too.
Wow!
Okay.
Nice.
Wow, that was really cool. Somebody clip that, please. I want to see that again. Right. At the hot wife kid.
And you know.
A true warrior never fears battle, but please remember.
It really just occurred to me that like Ken Masters is like the Danny Rand of the universe.
Iron Fist.
Yeah. He's a rich white guy that's unreasonably good at martial arts.
I'm clipping it for you. Well, I mean, if you think about it, Ken is, you know, the greatest martial artist in the Street Fighter universe.
Yeah, we've had this conversation.
Now, find a new rival. I've been waiting for this. Well, I got the picture.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Go.
These are 3.
Wow, it's really hot over here.
Are you ready?
My hot
Think about it.
4-win win streak.
I can over that back window if we need to.
orange leaf camouflage tech. Jump behind it, they can't tell what you're doing. Let me open that one.
Go for it.
Thanks for helping me to show Mel Brooks who has the strongest. Wait. Mel.
Prepare to strike.
I told you we're doing Guilty Gear on Thursday instead of Friday this week, right? Yeah, so tomorrow.
What?
I'm going to my mom's birthday.
Alright, thank you for telling me. Don't know if I'll be able to make it, but I'll try.
Okay.
Faster. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that kill. It happens from time to time. Yeah, it does like no damage. It does barely any damage. It links into stuff, and the links there are the ones that kill you. He's got SA1 from Makoto.
Was that such thing for them to you?
So when did you see Cooperation Cup?
I saw bits and pieces of it. I was like on and off with that.
Final round. Engage.
Entree.
Oh hey.
Yo, I'm just some intruder coming into the house.
Just don't drop it.
Makoto.
Hey.
I didn't drop it, he didn't bury your block. I didn't say 2 hits.
Oh, come on, Nick. Got Makoto. How fast is her refractory dash? 8 frames. Are you? Excuse me?
Nathan,
Yes.
you like RPGs.
Yes.
You have a copy of Tales of Destiny?
No.
Because I have 2,
Okay.
and if you want one,
I want one. I'm just kidding. Let me see it.
PS1, I think you have it around somewhere.
I do have PS. Well, I just use my PS3.
Oh, this game.
Kind of ready to.
Here you go. It's all yours.
If you want it.
I don't remember that one. Ooh, got him.
And I was cleaning out
Oh, ew, it has use of tobacco and alcohol in it? Ugh, I'm not mature enough for this game.
Oh god, I didn't even know. I think the label's there to warn you.
Yeah.
What is that?
You might actually take up
rated E for
smoking.
everybody?
Rated
No.
T for teen.
Oh man, that's
For
a
mild
of
animated
tobacco.
bitch! Oh, you got this. You got this from Hollywood Video.
No, I got it from GameStop, but for some reason they had that on there because
Oh, where's your Hayates?
I'm pretty sure the reason I have 2 of these is because that was there, so I bought a better copy that didn't
Makes
have
sense.
that.
Yeah,
And
a label
then-
upgrade.
And again, I was cleaning out all my stuff recently,
Oh, cool.
and
Well,
then
thank you.
and I was kind of reminded I had this extra one sitting around.
I don't know when I'll play it.
Yeah, I'm not
I've
sure.
got like 50 RPGs I own I have not played yet.
Well, 51. But you
Yeah,
mean.
there we go. It's like, when did the dinosaurs die? And like, okay, you know, like they, 60 million years ago or something like that, right?
Uh-huh.
But somebody said that 5 years ago, so it's 60 million and 5 years ago. is when they died.
Oh, okay. Typical.
That's how it works.
Almost had it.
Right, right.
That was close fierce. What was that? Close medium into fierce into fireball into in the Shippu,
I
yeah.
need to bug Alien Robot Ghost because he's borrowing one of my copies of Xenogears. And they tell him, play more Xenogears.
One of your copies?
Yeah.
You had like 3, right?
I have 3, so I only have 2 left right now.
They have, yeah. Oh yeah, I only see 2. And wait,
I'll show you some of these.
I was gonna say, how do you have 4 Xenosagas, but that's King of Fighters on top?
The fourth Xeno Saga. King of Fighters 11.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if you had a couple copies of like Saga 3 or something.
Speaking of the fourth copy of Xenosaga.
Xenoblade?
No, well I have that, yeah. But I have the DVD of Xenosaga Episode 1.
Okay, did that come with the game or is that?
It came if you pre-ordered Xenosaga Episode 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I vaguely remember that.
It's like a 5-hour-long movie of just the cutscenes of Xenosaga Episode 1.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever watched it?
I have.
How are you going?
So I wanted, because I watched it before I've watched it a couple times. I wanted to recap before I watched episode 2. And I watched
Before you watched episode 2?
Before I played episode 2.
Oh, okay. This episode 2.
Man, if you got that Hayate out of it, like, ooh.
So I watched it, and then I replayed episode 1 anyway. There's a lot of stuff that's missing from the DVD.
Okay,
just
Tatsu,
cutscenes?
sure.
Just cutscenes.
Okay. I think I told you this, but I got episode 2, it was like, some years after I played 1. I just went on YouTube and I looked up all the cutscenes of 1, and I just watched that back to back, and I'm like, alright, I'm caught up now.
Yay.
I was like mashing because I wanted
Yeah.
that footage so bad.
Yeah.
I remember. I like the combat system better in 2.
Combat system is
Oh boy. Ken Masters.
There's like a lot of superfluous stuff in the game that you can do that has no point.
I do remember that.
Because what you want to do is you want to like chain attacks and boost. You can, like,
I knew what that was.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
everything else is worthless. Like, oh, you can change your position around the place. Like, no, don't do that.
Right,
Just
right,
boost. Like, everybody shouldn't even be attacking.
Get
Just
your
stop
attack
and
up.
boost.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember I had some issues with some bosses where like, I'd be doing good, getting a lot of damage, getting a lot of boost, and then my boost meter's down, and then I'm desperately trying to get it back up, and the boss is just kicking the crap out of me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and then either I died or I eventually finally got it back, and then I finished off the boss.
All right, first of 2. Is anyone?
No, you're fine.
Okay, I got next.
So I was gonna play next.
Oh,
Fine.
You guys should fight each other.
It's not here. It's good.
You should play Third
Perhaps
Strike on the Switch beside you.
Oh,
I wish that was a thing, honestly. Because I would have reason to buy like a Nintendo stick and I would just take it everywhere.
it's on the 30th anniversary version, right?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck you.
It is. I
well,
mean,
it sounds like you need to buy a
I
Nintendo
have
stick.
a PS4 to Switch converter, so technically we could have another setup with my stick and the converter.
Or we could just play Piranha Plant. That's right.
Oh yeah, I'll get erases.
You want to just rock paper scissors for
erases
it?
your existence or something. I play Ring. I didn't know you played.
Dabbling. I'm not good, but I'm enjoying it though.
I don't know how I am. Do I care too much about it? I feel like it's lacking a lot of systems, but
Well, I mean, it's a Street Fighter.
yeah.
You can't really take it super far without making it into an entirely different game. It's not like it's a BlazBlue for God of Guilty
I
Gear.
mean, they gave Kin like a 2-hit combo, chain combo, so that's their consent.
I mean, Akuma has crouch forward like Tatsu DP, so like it has combos, but like it's really hard to understand when you got like a standing confirm versus a crouch confirm, and so it's like sometimes you just have to vary your options despite even getting the confirm you wanted.
Jason, we're looking at what games to play for the for next month, for like the random game night meetup.
Okay.
And so we wanted to do CS2 obviously, and probably Third Strike.
But those aren't the random.
Well, I mean like just the miscellaneous game night. And you'd be up for Killer Instinct.
Oh yeah.
Wanted to Killer Instinct.
Yeah, I played that once and play it again.
And
See if I remember.
for the fourth game, for the fourth night, we want to do like 2 very rare, barely ever played fighting games, or just do like random versus games.
Tango Freaks.
Oh, we can do both. Very rarely.
Like we can play Neo Geo Battle Coliseum again.
Right.
Yeah, or I can see about hooking up Rumblefish 2.
Why don't you just
Oh
play,
yeah, actually maybe we should. 'Cause
why don't you just play Rakuga Kids at that point?
I don't know if anyone in America actually
When's Bloody Roar?
streams or
Yes,
plays
please.
Rumblefish.
We can do Rumblefish like
Is
more
Rumblefish
regularly.
even like in the Twitch database?
That's a good question. We'll find out.
It's the Twitch database is based on Giant Bomb.
Giant Bomb,
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's fine.
I tried uploading the picture, the cover picture for Plus R, and they wouldn't accept it.
Game is not
So Plus R still doesn't have a
Oh, that's.
it just says question mark whenever I choose the game.
Have the name or is it just?
It has a name.
But like, and it actually differentiates between axe and core and plus R. But it has a cover for axe and core, but no cover for plus R because it's just an update.
I guess. Still kind of... Oh, I guess because you can
Yeah.
cover it?
Yeah.
Let's get like a Switch edition cover. When did that come out?
I got an arcade poster.
Okay, who's getting updates? So you or me?
With the Gears,
Okay.
Street Fighters.
No.
When is that must
Go.
Valley Blue crossover Guilty Gear versus Street Fighter gonna come?
Approximately after Tekken Cross.
Okay.
One of those games was in development. I feel like at this point, Harada would rather just add the cast of Street Fighter into Tekken 7 than actually like finish Tekken Cross Street Fighter.
Oh, like the next guest character in Tekken 7 is going to be like, I don't know.
The hell's that?
Rumblefish 2.
It's gonna be like one of the 6 cast members from Friends. Kind of where it's going right now.
Put Harada with the AK-47 and the katana in the video game. I'm telling you.
Chang making it happen again. That's a lot of good Adelia.
Boomerang Raid.
God bless this man.
About to take it off.
I'm like, who's the most nonsensical character like you can imagine to be in a fighting game? Because apparently nothing is sacred anymore.
Check buttons from
Negan is in the video game.
You can actually change your button layout in
Oh, that's right.
Now you tell us.
So like this game.
But why do you want to
this
change your
game had
buttons,
that
you
feature,
heathen?
But no Street Fighter game had it.
Third Strike, a Street Fighter game, came out in 1999. First
Yeah, 3SOE definitely came out in 99.
Like, did you see that Yacht Club Games? They made like a blog post on where it was about how like great Shovel Knight is and how innovative it was and how there's all these copycats.
Were the copycats like Super Mario and Mega Man?
Yes.
Good
but,
shit.
But they were only doing like the versions that came out after Shovel Knight.
Okay.
So like what? Mega Man 10?
Like yeah, it's like
Yeah.
look at Mega Man 10, right?
So stupid.
And like DuckTales Remastered came out. So look at DuckTales Remastered. This game that came out after Shovel Knight, just copying.
They were kidding us.
Yeah.
Just.
No, they were serious.
Can't tell some game company.
Shovel Knight is the greatest game known to man. Look at all these copycats. All these pump fakers.
Look, we know, the greatest form of flattery is emulation, but it's ridiculous.
What the fuck?
Dusty ass controller, dude.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that picture was taken at my house.
The worst part is like that rubber is gonna be
Yeah.
fucked.
So Chris
Yeah.
Chris
It's gonna be
controllers.
so sticky. Oh man.
Fucking the sport got stuck in when you tried to pull it out. Oh, that sucks.
I don't know.
You know what one of my favorite Twitter accounts is?
I don't know what.
Nathan.
Whack stuff?
Have you seen
Bootleg stuff?
Have you seen Cursed Rhythm Game controllers?
No.
Oh, it's so good.
I'll check that out. I love that stuff.
JMZ linked a post that it was 2DX mobile.
They're actually making a 2DX mobile game. And a DDR mobile game and a down mobile.
Oh my god. I mean, like, some of those work and some of them just don't. Like, for the love of God, don't put 2DX on mobile.
I don't know. Konami's officially supporting it. Bluetooth control.
I mean, flip side, like... I mean, the funny thing is, like, the 2DX interface fits on a mobile screen. Like, you just get rid of the video.
I've seen that one, I think.
This was new for me. The fucking SpongeBob controller. That is definitely something a Smash player would play on.
Yeah, let me...
Another thing,
Oh my god!
last year at Yacht Club
Oh, the one with beans!
That's gross.
The one full of beans!
Oh, I've seen that one too.
That is so gross.
Yacht Club Games announced a Shovel Knight 64.
So bad.
Yeah, here we go.
Scammer boy.
Check out the sick 2DX controller.
But look up Beatmania Ultimate Mobile, and they have a like they're gonna have a DDR game with
Like,
Bluetooth DDR pad.
that stuff like fucks with me. Like, Technica belonged on mobile because it was just a damn touchscreen anyway. But like,
Here it is, yeah, the Shovel Knight one. And they're talking about like how they came up with the down thrust move. You know, like that. And it's like, for example, in Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link, which came out on the NES Classic in November 2016.
in November 2016.
Link can do this downward thrust, which is very similar to this move.
Oh. Damn.
Same with DuckTales, which was released on Amazon Fire TV in 2015.
Damn it.
Oh, they're playing it. What's that? Beat me here in the groove.
It's an in the groove mod.
Yeah. That's in the group 3 then, huh?
Yeah.
Even Mario from the very famous Super Mario Maker released after Shovel Knight in 2015.
Oh my god, stop.
You win.
Let's get.
Look at him.
He doesn't actually get corner.
Lunatic
crossed.
Rave
I don't
players
think I've
need to be
ever tried
stopped.
this.
You gotta show me something.
Nice.
Yeah, cursed rhythm game controllers.
Corner cross it. It's not fair.
I'm trying to like figure out how I can make it. I have it on Steam.
Got it.
Okay, these guys are doing it wrong.
Yeah. It's mostly, it's a lot of 2DX and like people taping PC monitors to DDR cabs to play Stepmania. Also, Lunatic Rave players need. I had a working copy a million years ago, but
Damn it.
it was on like Windows XP and it took way more effort than it should have to get it to work.
I haven't tried out this. I'm thinking of, I still have it. Maybe I'll just get one of my old.
Daddy's loser.
Counter soccer
Permanently Japanese.
Wait, what? Oh Jesus!
Why am I sober?
Why are you sober?
I mean, you can fix that.
I know. I'm gonna.
You're learning.
I was gonna be so mad if that worked, if you got a super off that trade.
How's the mystery came across it? How you doing?
Ah!
Oh,
Escape! Just the tip!
so the reason this character's bottom's here, and that part's not too much doesn't
I love characters that were like bottom tier anyway, and then you like get a thing, and you're like, but they didn't need this too.
You know what? Sean is like the only like real true.
Yeah, but he deserves it after 2i.
Other than 12.
Yeah.
So bad.
Anytime anyone brings up 12, I just flash back to that Ultra David post during Co-op Cup, where Chun parries the first hit of EX Needle. It's like into SA2, and it's like, oh sick, max damage punish.
Oh, that's known.
And 12 parries back fierce and gets exactly one crouch late kick. Oh sick, max damage punish. Alright, Wendy, here you go. Here's your winners.
Like 2DS players, though, you gotta do what you gotta do. Like I have the US store, which I can put on my P-box.
Find a new rival.
Other things that people stole from the
Oh, so this isn't a Photoshop. This is
the staff from cartoon.
this is a legitimate
It's
thing.
got the
that's
beak and everything.
So there's
stole it
2DX
from, like,
Sound Voltex and DDR. And the picture of the DDR version was so funny because it was like a giant mobile phone with 4 Bluetooth DDR pads. And initially I thought, what the fuck, DDR for your fingers?
This is a DDR for
Whoa. You play this game with your hands? Kids game.
What the fuck? Oh, they're.
should do that. Fun.
They're all wrong, but
It's the center button from Pump, but it's on 3 of the 4 DDR tracks.
when you need panels, the other one's crack.
Yeah.
You know?
I also like
I've done that before.
I also like the arrow that's just straight facing the wrong direction.
Like, I mean, I get, you know, like if you put the pink and the blue, you can make them rotate any direction you want.
Oh, I asked Ryan's like when they had the ITG machine at Super, on the right hand side the up arrow was pointing downward, and I was like, what the fuck? He was like, it's broken and I can't be asked to fix it.
You literally just unscrew the plates and just turn it around.
No, it wasn't. He put the arrow on upside down because he couldn't be bothered to fix the up arrow. Like,
Oh.
the sensor was doing something weird and he couldn't be bothered to fix that. Because unfortunately, ITG is no longer with us.
Yeah, I saw that. You still have Supernova 2.
Which the pads could use some love. I'm not gonna lie.
God damn it.
The down arrow got stuck on Saturday, and it didn't get unstuck. Next level.
Play,
Next play.
You play left side or right side?
It was the left side arrow. The right side's also
Damn it.
left side.
I was
Why is that not
what's
happening?
happening back there?
I don't know.
Little micro
Maybe
hand.
you need to be better at video games.
Micro hand for your
Yeah.
scratching finger.
What the fuck?
It's because like
I'll teach you not to press the button that's unsafe.
if you're playing really
Alright,
hard.
let me get next after this one.
You're gonna be scratching with just your pinky.
Yeah.
And it hurts and it's like weird and cumbersome.
Actually, the ones I've seen, like people play like player one side with their left arm like super far out, and they'll just scratch with their wrist. Yeah.
Timing's just-
PDX is one of those games where like I actually did want to learn how to play it, but holy hell, that game
Very daunting.
had a serious learning curve when I tried to learn how to play it, which was like 8th minute, you know, or 8th style. Where like Flash 7s were the hardest thing, and like props to Konami for actually like increasing the numerals to actually relate to difficulty, because it was like 1 to 2 was like too easy, but then 3 was just fucking impossible. You got me one?
Yeah. You see the Chinese Beat Mania?
Try not to hit the mic.
It has so like I guess China has even more of an aversion towards left-handed people than Japan does.
Oh, so they're.
So both sides.
Oh,
are
I
the
have
exact
seen.
same
I have
direction.
seen that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Because the normal one, it's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if you want to, you can play whichever version you want, with like right side or left side, but it's all just player one side.
You can't play both.
Kind of reminds
Nothing
me
like a
of,
photo booth or something.
I don't know what that's from, but it's amazing.
You guys seen those?
Baby's first.
Huh?
You guys have seen those Mexican arcade cabinets, right? Where the joystick is on the other side.
Yeah.
Yes. In fact,
I haven't seen those in
I'm good.
years, but when I was a kid.
Andy
those
might
were
want to know.
amazing. The little invincibility.
Oh.
Fabulous.
Wait, we need an opener.
Yeah, get a bottle opener.
Use your teeth.
I didn't bring a lighter. Oh my god. This is cursed.
Whoa!
That's so wrong. That's so wrong.
Natural king crossups.
Are you ready? Go.
They just completely repurposed the cap.
What? Yeah, I got an opener. Fun one. No, that's cool.
Oh.
Whoa, it caught me up. Didn't mean to do that at all.
And the pin's got that magic king crossup. Super. How you break up super? Try to call me out for chipping it.
Baddies, loser. Final round. Go.
Ah, take that.
So we'll change the, I'll have the random game night. We'll put in, Fish 2. Get that game running.
Down
Alright.
right.
And then one more fighting
Leave.
move.
I didn't think you'd be on the ground.
Big ahead of time. We need to do a battle policy.
KO off 11.
Actually, I'd give 11 a shot.
I'd like to KO off
Which one is 11?
It's the one with the tag mechanic.
Doesn't ring a bell.
11. You know, 2003? Went right after 2.
This one's 11.
Actually, really good, but not enough people played.
Oh, that one's 11?
We brought
Oh, this one. I actually like this one.
Way better.
the homie
I
back.
like those crouching
Yeah,
short
we did.
confirms into super.
You mind holding that for me for a sec?
Which homie? Kung Fu
No, Ash Crimson.
Yeah.
Or how to time it correctly.
Yeah, so I'm getting those shorts pretty.
Baby boy / girl / other. I don't fucking care.
Don't fucking worry.
Save yourself.
I don't care.
They had a lot of
Doesn't
androgynous characters. Like in same shows.
I didn't touch 6.
Awesome. He was always like.
I was gonna say my only experience with Sam Show is actually I think 5 special. So yeah, that's
And
all.
they made 5 special for PS4.
Yeah,
Alright, I got it.
yeah, go for it.
They can make if they make 5 special for PS4, they can make plus R for PS.
So find a new rival. Well, I got the picture.
Actual splashback. Yeah. Look at it. Yeah, that's the point. If somebody actually took
Why
it.
do you need Konami original?
Yeah, exactly.
I like that song.
It's a great song. The steps are fucked up, but it's a great song.
Funny thing about
Funny thing about that song specifically, I mean, there's some cool stuff with the steps. Like, for example, it has, like, it does Paranoia 1 steps in the middle
Yes,
of it.
because it plays Paranoia 1 in the middle.
Yeah, but it's like, but what it's playing is in DDR1 the stage select menu. So it's playing it from the stage select menu, and you can even hear like it selecting songs
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But so the interesting thing is, if you get that song and play it on In the Groove, the way In the Groove's step charts work is it instantly stops the song like 2 measures after the last note of the last
Okay.
step. And Max Period was designed to end and then keep playing the song like the you know, like,
Thank you for playing.
the thank you for
segment.
playing
Yeah.
when you're doing like the stats.
Okay.
But In the Groove doesn't do that. So if you
Right.
just play it, it's just gonna get rid of all of that. So the only real way to fix it is like in one of the tracks, which would be like beginner doubles or something like that. Just put in a random single step at the very end, and it won't show up for anything else, but it'll
Got it.
play the rest of the whole song,
Got
and just
it.
kind of wait there for it.
Now, Max Period also had 573 steps, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Max Period
And
had
I
a
think
lot
it's
of
got like 602 or something on Oni.
I remember when Max Period came out. That was pretty cool. That one in Outer Limits.
Outer Limits I'm not familiar with. What?
That was in Ultra Mix.
Oh, okay. Which was one of those like weird Xbox exclusive ones?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Got all that stuff on.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
it's on Set Me, but also Outer Limits is an LED light song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, it was a early level
It was-
10.
It was a 2DX song.
It was a 2DX song, but they'd made it for for DDR.
Was that on 7th or 8th? Because I feel like I've actually played that song now that you mention it.
I'm not sure
Yeah.
which Beatmania version it was on, but it was on Ultra Mix. One
Yeah.
of the Ultra Mixes.
I didn't know they put
For
steps to
DDR.
that and jammed it onto something. That's cool.
It's cool steps, and it was really fast when it came out. It wasn't hard, but it was fast kind of thing. For back then,
Yeah.
nowadays it's like, do 500 BPM quarter notes, no
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
I think they didn't go too hard, much harder than like 400 BPM.
Okay. Yeah, I have actually played that song.
Do.
Yeah, I have actually played that song because Back when Ventura had Electric Avenue, they had an 8th mix machine, or an 8th style machine.
Oh, I fucked up.
Yep. Akira Ishihara. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I usually look up from Xenius Eye Vanisher.
Oh yeah, DIV. Yep.
Yeah, that has like pure data.
Yep. Yes, it does.
Yeah. Yeah, Xenius Eye Vanisher is really cool. The problem is knowing how to spell it when you're looking it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool song. Yeah, and it's got like hyphens in the, the address.
It's Xenius-I-Vanisher.
Yep.
Yeah.
Japanese game.
So the
When do we have Beat Mania night?
Beat Mania night, that'd be cool. I love Beat Mania so much.
I actually, real talk, I actually bought the US Beat Mania like package at a GameStop when it was on sale for some inordinate amount of money. Like it was something stupid. Like you got the controller and the game for like 25 bucks. So I turned around and sold the game back for like $5, and I was just like, this is so I can go home and play Lunatic Rave.
Nice. I remember, so when Extreme came out, DDR Extreme, when it came out, it had these PS2 memory card ports. You remember that?
Yes.
So,
Which
you could create sim charts for the songs that existed in Extreme,
Yep.
but only with the Japanese version of the game.
Yes.
You couldn't do it with like Konamix or any of the US versions.
So
I had to get a Japanese PS1, and then also get like Japanese like games, and then I played that just to create step charts so I could put it in Extreme.
yeah, so we had one of those machines at Electric Avenue,
Played this character for years, and I never knew that
except,
existed.
and I don't know
Sanchez did it,
what
like,
part of it
on
was
stream
what,
one day, and I'm like,
but I remember the memory card slots. However, the memory card ports on the machine were PS1
Yeah,
memory card
yeah.
I did
slots,
that. That's a terrible
and they only read PS1 memory cards. Also, for whatever bizarre reason, in order to do it,
you gotta do the other one. Yeah.
I think it would. You had to have Japanese either 4th mix or 6th mix save data on your memory card before Extreme would read it.
That sounds right, yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? And I was
There's
like,
all this crazy stuff just to get this stupid thing to work.
and it was so funny because like the community at the arcade like basically knew all about it. And Gilletto was working there at the time and was just like, and everybody knew him, so it was just like one of those things where it was just like, oh, do you want to get a memory card set up? Here, bring a PS1 memory card, and he's got like 4th mix and a PS1 in the back of his car. Like, like okay, this is wild, but I'm glad you know this. That was where I very first experienced Third Strike. Missed that place, but you know, arcades going the way of the dinosaur.
Yeah.
Going back is
Going to museums.
If only.
Actually, they are going to museums. There was that,
Yeah.
that one Nathan.
Yeah, that museum, it has a Family Fun Arcade exhibit.
Yeah.
well, yeah, arcades are coming back. Just,
Yeah. They're,
you got Bart.
Trade? Wow.
There's also back
yeah.
around one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, for the most part, they're just, you know, LAN cafes playing Fortnite.
Yeah.
Basically an arcade, right?
Playing Counter-Strike 20.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll do King of Fighters 11, and if I can get it working, we'll do Rumblefish 2 also on the same night. I've got the secret code saved for Rumblefish 2, so I can unlock the characters. Because there's boss characters are tournament legal.
Oh yeah.
They're not, like, ridiculously OP.
No, they're not.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what the tier list for the game is.
Yeah.
But they're not like crazy.
Yeah.
They're not like definitely bannable.
Yeah.
Like New 13 from Calamity Trigger, which we didn't ban.
Don't talk to him about that.
We're like, fuck that. We're not banning new 13.
She lost the bang. That's fair.
Bang was a pretty
Hi.
bad character back
Hi,
then.
my name is Latency. I lived with Saniti and Sev when CT came out. Fuck new.
Yeah.
Sev took my Xbox Live tag and ran roughshod with new 13 in CT.
I had, you know what? I know CT is hot garbage, but I had so much fun with that game when it came out. This is like this is like an HD 2D fighting game, right? It was the first one.
Yeah.
It was like the start of a new era of 2D fighting games. It's like, yeah, there was a bunch of bullshit, but you look past that because the game was just so cool. That was weird looking.
Yeah, I guess Alex landed first and then Akuma threw him? Is that what happened?
Yeah, but he blocked the demon flip from moving forward because of his stomp.
Yeah.
So it just stuck forward and he landed.
I tried to block
So
him.
like, oh wait. I don't know what happened then, because I was like, I think he's gonna jump.
Yeah, I don't know. I landed and then I got hit by the since Alex was like standing super tall, it looked like he was like way up there.
Yeah.
It's one of those, like
Getting
Faust,
better. Just
like
fucking
characters.
do easy, but just
actually
like, oh,
way
hey,
taller
hey,
than
you
he
blocked.
Yeah. Okay.
So
It's
that's
really
DVR
bad.
running on a phone. So when I saw that, I mean, I recognize there's a person back there with a big giant freaking phone.
Okay.
When I saw it, I was like, what the fuck, do you
Yeah, that was like, it looks like a tiny phone, right?
Yeah. It's gonna be a full-fledged Evolver full-fledged game. It's gonna be a full-player game.
Huh.
So you know, on tablet or
I didn't have that problem in general.
I mean, like, I guess my real question for that is, like, what platforms is it coming out for? Like, is it just coming out for, like, Android and iOS, or, like...
I presume.
Yeah. I'm like, I have no problem with this if it comes out on a platform that, like, has a decently sized screen.
Honestly, I should kill you off that opening.
You're making both, like,
Should have blocked hot demon secret. My bad. Okay, we're learning.
hard tab
Okay, I mean...
and USB.
Oh, that's even cooler.
Mind games. Give up the damage now and then later.
Here's the real question, though. Are they making official bars?
Yeah, bars are cheating. Okay.
Bars in
The most...
DDR
the most
bars.
controversial opinion.
safety bars or whatever.
Yeah. Safety bars are to be used when you're about to fall. And that's it.
I was gonna say, which, during Max 300 Heavy, is me 100%. Yeah!
Nobody's gonna play it.
No, that's silly. Yeah.
All this touchscreen.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, like Android and iOS.
But yeah, no, I hear you. If you're about to fall with Max 300,
Yeah, which is all the time.
I remember
think it was
I training for Max 300 the first time.
Yeah, yeah.
I never beat.
Well, it's good practice for the.
It's rough.
That used to
I could
be...
never get through the 10.
That used to be my go-to 10.
I used to play a lot more Paranoid Survivor.
Paranoid Survivor was still a 9, right?
No, it was the 10. Yeah, it was definitely a 10.
Paranoid Serve and PSM were both 10s?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I remember
P-
doing...
PSM was just the same thing, just 20 BPM
Backwards.
faster
And backwards.
and backwards. But
Actually,
also,
wait, no. Was it the Oni steps that were backwards?
no, it was just mirrored.
Okay.
Like the mirror steps was
Survivor
mirrored.
290 was mirrored, and it had that.
Yeah, it had like just
because
a couple
it was
more.
20 BPM faster, so it shortened the song, so they
Exactly.
added like another 10 seconds.
Yeah, the challenge Oni steps were
Yeah.
completely different.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that was way harder than Max 300.
Yeah.
Oh, my button.
That, like, I'm so happy they actually went up to a 20 scale where, like, things are understandably difficult. Because when you have, like, a 10 scale like that, and, like, fucking TLOM is a flash 10, and PSMO is a flash 10, those aren't even in the same fucking game.
You could do like in the groove where you got up to 13. You just keep expanding that number, right?
Basically. Yeah. In the groove being like, hey, we're on a 1 to 12 scale, and Pandemonium's a 13.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
No, it's cool when it breaks the scale and it still shows that it's there. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, this is that so hard. It's beyond the numbers.
It's definitely better than, like, I mean, Konami used to kind of do that. Like,
They did have a 10 because you had like
you had
like
10s and you had flash 10s.
Well, but yeah, but no. What I mean is when they first showed the feet You know, when they were doing early stuff like in fives,
yeah, that's right.
DDR6.
Yeah, 1 through.
It showed 1 through 9.
Yeah, 1
for
through
the gray stuff.
Yeah, first through 5th was a 1 through 9 scale.
Yeah. So like if you look at, but what I mean is like if you look at a level 8, it shows 8 filled in feet and 1 grayed out foot.
Yeah.
So you can see that there was clearly 9 feet potential you could
Yeah.
have. So when we got level 10, it added 1 more beyond that scale. So I thought that was fine. That was
Yeah.
cool.
There are no 10 foot.
Rhythm and Police, Healing Vision Angelic, End of the Century.
Oh god.
End of the Century's a motherfucker.
Dropout.
Ah, no!
I mean, I spaced it that way on purpose. My strategy.
Exotic ethnic.
Exotic Ethnic, Afronova.
But Wing,
Stoic.
do you know the reset combo?
Afronova, so I went back and played Afronova
Like in
the
the
other day, and I'm
corner, if
like,
you get him
Afronova
with,
actually
like,
isn't
turkey
that bad
jump,
once you get past the bullshit
Then you just
spins.
hit him with the
Yeah.
one jab,
Like,
and then
it's
you
actually
do
pretty
that.
recent.
Oh yeah, that reset.
Like,
Yeah, I know
nine.
that one. I'm just really bad at it. I don't practice. I don't practice this game outside. I go play.
Yeah.
That's always.
Okay. My favorite 9 is Sakura because it used to be a 10.
Kakume.
Kakume was
That's
a
a
9. Yeah.
That's a fun
That was
one.
the other boss song in Max
That
2.
song was just like.
Until I press it.
I was. Yeah.
It was a good song.
I was so happy when like I finally was able to like consistently pass Max 300. I was like, yeah, this is awesome. And then I like stepped up to Max Unlimited. I was like, no, fuck this song. Unlimited was dumb. So Legend of Max is probably the easiest.
It's probably easier than, I don't know if it's easier than Max 300, but it's easier than Max Unlimited.
Yeah, it's definitely easier than Unlimited. I honestly have to say it's easier than 300 because I feel like 300 had more of a stamina test to it. Like, I feel like 300 had more 8th notes and more scrambles
Yeah.
than Legend of Max. Legend of Max Bimani's you at the end, where in like the last 20 seconds it's like, hey, fuck you.
Yeah.
But like
I think because of that, you know.
at the very beginning, it's like pretty mellow.
Yeah.
It's not one
But
of the...
that's how the maxes get you. Like, oh, this is fine, and then it takes like, 4 seconds of just not pressing anything. Like, oh, here's the break, and that break is when you're like, oh my god, I am tired. I didn't realize this, and now you have to do the really hard stuff.
My favorite is that Max 300 didn't do it, but like every Max song since then was like, we're gonna have a freeze like 20 seconds before the end, and Max 300 is like, but we'll let you move after we fully pause the song.
Yep.
And everybody else is like, nah, you gotta hold that.
Yeah, keep holding it. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's like just even more cruel, If Max 300 didn't have the freeze in the middle, I probably would have beaten it so many more times.
Sure.
But it just no, I mean I beat Max 300, but I mean the thing is like
I've played some terrible songs that you're getting into the rhythm and just like stop.
That's okay. My all-time favorite, more so than those notes, my all-time favorite fuck you in like any Bimani song, like single or I guess jump step in any Bimani song is, and you all know exactly what I'm talking about, the slow step in Sakura.
yes.
The one slow step in Sakura.
What I used to do whenever I'd play Sakura, I'll still do it now, is there's that note, and I know even if I look at the screen, I'm not gonna get it.
Yeah.
So I just look backwards and
Yeah.
just miss.
Yeah.
I'm looking backwards, trying to be cool. But
This is gonna be a
people don't
good
notice
at
this, like,
best, so let me just fuck with it.
But then you distract the audience with the coolness and they don't even know you miss it.
Crank up the speed to maximum, so you miss all the other steps. You get a great.
He said it to 8 times.
by the way, speed mods are cheating, so there's that.
Whatever.
They didn't have speed mods in 5th mix. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do like.
I use the bar and I use double speed on everything except songs that are basically 300 BPM or more. Then I'll bump down to 1.5.
What about bag?
I don't
One times bag.
I don't play
One times
bag.
bag.
I don't play bag unless I'm on at least 3x.
I have to do 2. I used to be able to do it.
You know what? I can understand doing 1.5 or 2 times on bag if you're learning how to play it on hidden mode. But you know, like eventually you need to upgrade to ×1. I still can't beat it ×1 hidden. I love that song.
It's not. It's
I love
not
that song. I love it.
Composition-wise, it's not a terrible song.
I think composition-wise, it is a terrible song.
Step chart-wise, it's fucking awful.
I love the step chart.
Why would you do this?
It's kind of like the middle part, like towards the end. Middle end part kind of breaks down again.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm thinking of Sack. I don't know if you played Sack or not.
I didn't play Sack.
That's from what's that thing? There was a pack.
Yeah.
Well, and they had Sack on it, and Sack was like similar to Bag. See, there it is again. Sack was similar to Bag, except it was 25 BPM.
It's shit like that and like Chaos and Fascination Max that is just literally Bamani saying, "Fuck you, we don't know what to do anymore. Just die."
Those are the things I love the most.
Oh my god.
I love Chaos. Like when I was able to beat Chaos on hidden mode, it's like hell yeah, that's my favorite. 'Cause my favorite part of Chaos is the part where it just like stops. You know, it's doing 4 jumps in a row, but those jumps are just such incredibly tiny gaps between each other.
Yeah.
I love that part.
Oh my god, I had a song on my flash drive, and I think actually the ITG machine, like the card reader on the ITG machine, it super basically died before it left, but like I was actually pretty disappointed because like I had a song on there that was part of a Vocaloid pack that I had downloaded, and it was a pad pack. It wasn't like a keyboard pack or anything. But one of the songs legitimately had a segment where it stealthed the notes for like a second. It wasn't like a freeze or a hold or a pause, or it was on a pause. It was like pause, stealth. Okay, go.
Some of my favorite effects that I've seen from like, you know, when people just mess with all these programming glitches and stuff is there's a series of songs called like Sugamush.
Okay.
Su Survivor Gamush was a big one. Su Pseudo Gamush, like those kind of songs.
Okay.
And they have like negative BPM glitches where it'll show like one of the coolest things that I've seen was in Su Survivor Gamush, where it shows these mines just go up until they slow down and stop, and then the mines spread into different things before you even step on anything, and then they start going up, and right before you hit it, they all turn into arrows, and you're supposed to hit them as arrows. It's so cool.
Also tends to trade with you.
If we turn this off, like at some point, I'll have to show you on Step Mania, because it's just that kind of stuff is so cool.
In my favor, so.
Meanwhile, Third Strike is happening.
Yeah. Sorry, I gotta like geek out with like rhythm game buddies when I can because like I don't ever really want to be a part of the community because just like so real talk though, like just okay, so like I was saying earlier, I have a mobile game on my phone called Bandori or Bang Dream Girls Band Party. And I was getting like into it and I was just like, okay, like there's a Reddit because I had a few questions and I was like, okay, well let me join the Discord just to see because I think the multiplayer was down at one point and I was like, is it actually down? So I joined the Discord. And nothing makes me feel like more invalid as a human being than being able to be like, yeah, on like a 30 scale, I can do like a 21 at best, and seeing people like full combo 30s and just being like, and that being like the standard across the community, and people being like, fuck, I got 2 greats in that whole song. I'm just like, okay, well, fuck me then, I guess. I don't actually want to be related to these people. Yeah.
You missed 2 of them.
I'm really happy that they're actually a lot of it.
Yeah. I'm not surprised, but I'm actually pretty happy, and I downloaded it. I haven't played it yet, but like, this is where Technica belongs.
Yeah. Like Elite Beat Agents kind of thing, right?
Yeah, like that. Like, oh, for God's sake, does anybody have Osu on mobile yet? Somebody make that happen.
So when I was first trying to beat Max 300, I was going to train myself to be able to beat it. So at the arcade I was at, they had a machine of 4 songs.
Oh, okay.
So what I would do is I'd make sure I had no break in between the songs. You know, so I could just tire myself out as heavily as possible. So I would do Rhythm and Police.
Yep.
Dropout, Sakura, and then I think I would do Survivor Max, or Paranoid Survivor, not First Survivor
Okay.
Max.
Yeah.
I'd try that one out. There was a different song. I forgot which one, but I'd do those 3 at least.
Yeah.
No breaks, no nothing, just instantly
Yeah.
going to the next song, and with leg weights on.
How did you beat like fucking Paranoia Survivor before Max 300?
It's a way easier song than Max 300. Max 300 is 300 BPM, Paranoid Survivor's 270.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I mean, I beat Bag way before I beat any of that crap.
Yeah.
Bag times 1. So
Yeah.
that's the only. I mean, seriously, if you can't beat Bag times 1, you can't beat Bag.
I like hard passed on Bag because it was just like at 3x it basically becomes a 7. Like, but I was just like,
Really, yeah. You're right.
I don't like the music, and the challenge is all like in doing the chart on 1 time. So it's like, man, that's not what I'm here for. So
Have you seen the spinning thing I do for Bag?
maybe once.
Yeah. I've only once beaten Bag that way, full combo AA. Once. I still want to do it more, or catch it on like camera or something like that.
Also, can I see somebody that like actually, I guess for lack of better phrasing, does steps as intended on like Healing Vision Angelic? Who out here is doing spins at like 200 BPM?
Nobody. It's the way that it's intended to be not as intended.
Okay.
You know, the steps are supposed to anti-flow.
Got it.
But a lot of people, even when they get to level 9s, they don't understand what a flow is.
And I was like,
Yeah.
You know, they just do the steps how they look like they're supposed to do the steps.
Yeah.
So because of that, Healing Vision Angelic Mix isn't as hard to them as it's supposed to be.
Yeah. There's a lot more stuff like as time's gone on and I've played a lot more like that's become sort of like, oh, you know, either this is how it is, or like I've tried to get in my head. I've tried to get away from double stepping more. I've tried to like force myself to actually be like, oh, these crossovers do eventually uncross if you just if you just go. I guess
Even-
the intended route.
Yeah, I mean, there's ones where I call their corkscrew, where you're not doing a full spin, but you're doing a half spin.
Yeah.
You know, you're essentially twisting your body backwards, but then you're twisting it back.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so there's those, but if you continue it.
Yeah. It's like I realized like I can like turn my back and I put my face
Yeah.
and then I realized, oh, I guess back the other way. That's why I like that.
I think the other one that's fun to just like force yourself to learn spins is the cover of Ordinary World.
Oh yeah.
Because it legitimately has freezes that you're supposed to spin on.
Yeah, there's a few of those.
Yeah.
Do that.
ooh, wow. That got me.
Also, I was really disappointed, and I keep forgetting that a lot of tracks were licensed, and I keep forgetting how we didn't keep them around, like past their, basically past Extreme, actually.
Yeah. Like so deep.
So deep, or I was really sad because I thought I saw Captain Jack the other day on Supernova 2, and it's not there.
Oh yeah. In the Navy was a really good song.
Time to hit through. Like I said, what's the problem with the Smash? Miss Tatsu's lower than other
Yeah.
Shadow Tatsus.
So Deep actually had probably one of the best charts. Like,
Really tough chart.
it was a tough chart, but it was really good and it all made sense. That was one of the other things was okay. So you were talking about like Extreme making custom charts and putting them on your card, right?
Yeah.
So you know that you could actually upload some of those to the machine.
Yeah, and save them on the machine.
Yeah, so our machine had a few, like, basically joke charts that had been uploaded to it that were, like, for good quality memes. So Deep had one of them. That chart was called So Left. It was exactly what you expect it to be. It was
The whole song just was left out.
It was the entire song, like, transcribed perfectly, but they were all left arrows.
Wow. That'd actually be really cool for like Max 200 or something.
So, other songs that were really fun, because everybody knows, is it Dance Dance Revolution, is it Heavy or is it, Oni that's, got the actual song steps in it? I think that's the Heavy chart, right? Where it's got, like, Dynamite Rave and AM3P and all those, like, I think Afro Nova steps are in it somewhere,
The
too.
entire song is just
Yeah, so... Yeah, we had a custom chart.
The point of the song.
Yeah, we had a custom chart for that one called DDR Max, where it was all max steps.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And it was it had everything on there. It had 300. It had unlimited. It had TLOM, and I think it might have had period steps somewhere near the end. What were some other? Oh, we had Drop the Out, which was drop the bomb with dropout steps.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like it was. Yeah, we had a bunch of stuff like that. One of my friends actually had ITG had a custom chart for robotics called Stairmaster. When you get to the roll in robotics, it just did that for the rest of the song. Like it's a 200 BPM run for the rest of the song.
Yeah, so when I was playing with a whole bunch of people, and like we kind of joked back and forth about whether to use the bar or not use the bar.
Yeah.
But I mean, I never used the bar.
I was about to die.
There was a lot of people where I mean, if you're about to fall, sure. Or if you're freestyling, you're using it for freestyles.
Oh, you're supposed to fall. That's how you get better.
But so.
Oh my God, Windy! What the fuck?
You gotta block him.
You gotta stand up sometime. I'm sorry, that was like 5 universal overheads in a row.
But there were people who were like, you know, the bar does count, and then there were people who say the bar doesn't count, but they're gonna do it until they beat it with the bar, and then they'll do it without the bar, like stuff like that. And so I was playing with all these guys, and it eventually got to. It eventually got to a race to see who could beat Vertex first.
Okay.
With whatever rules we all set ourselves to.
Yeah.
Like
expert,
me,
hard
I
or
had to do
expert?
×1 expert.
Okay, yeah, fuck that song.
So who could beat Vertex expert first?
Yeah.
So for me, it was ×1 no bar. Like somebody else was like with no mines because he hated mine. Like
Yeah.
like all of us, whoever could do it with your own rules.
Yeah.
And it was just that's what it was. And there was this guy who was way better than me at the game. He was doing 11s that I couldn't even touch, kind of thing, because he had like way better stamina and everything like that. But he just couldn't do Vertex notes because it was Vertex, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like he could do a stream,
Yeah.
but the changing BPMs and like the way you have to choose,
Yeah.
not hit mines, and all
Yeah.
this other stuff, he couldn't do that. And so I ended up beating it first, and like he got so pissed because he was like he probably could have beaten like an actual 12 because Vertex is not a real 12.
Okay.
It's like Vertex is probably like the easiest 12 in the game.
I actually buy that because it's largely in part due to like the BPM changes and
Yeah,
lines and
yeah.
stuff. Like if you just look at the steps and you put it on C450, it's not actually super challenging.
Yeah. But yeah, so I was able to beat Vertex first of all the group.
Yeah.
I remember getting a screenshot of it because you could screen cap it in the game.
Both arrows.
I made that the background for my computer for a
Oh
long
my God.
time. I beat it 3 times total. The third time I got like 85% on it, and then I just quit the game essentially. Like, I win. I beat the game. I've beaten the game. I beat Vertex. I know there's Vertex Squared, but we're not gonna talk about that. Vertex is the end of the game. I win.
We had a joke. Oh my God, we had a joke about how like fucking discouraging the ITG fail screen was. Life depleted.
Yeah.
Round fail. Wah, wah. Yeah, like, oh my God. One of my friends at the time was like, Like, it was super discouraging. It was just like, it's basically just like, life depleted, round failed, fuck you. Like, it might as well have been. That's what it felt like. That's also what it felt like when you unlocked Pandemonium finally. It was just like, hey, you think you're hot shit? Here's a 13 on a 12 scale. Get wrecked.
God, Pandemonium.
Yup.
Vertex Squared was just cheating.
Yeah, Squared was pretty dumb.
Let's rock!
Strider Zero.
Yo, Strider
Yeah,
Zero,
Strider
thanks a lot,
Zero.
dude.
Thanks for the beer. I mean, improvements to stream quality.
Strider, I haven't seen you in forever. Come to something.
Yeah, you're always welcome to come over, man.
And maybe I should go to Super Arcade.
Yeah, maybe you should.
You take the gold line, Super Kid. No excuses.
Does it go all the way down?
Just right around the corner. Like a 2-minute walk. Full on station.
Cool.
And you can take the orange line all the way over here.
Don't do that at all. I recommend against it.
Does anybody have next right now?
You can next.
Okay.
I'll get after you.
Yeah. Do it. Finish this and then start it 2 out of 3.
Finish him!
But yeah, so I'm going to Anime Ascension pretty soon.
Nice.
I'm running Plus R over there. I'm entering Melty Blood also.
Okay. Who do you play in Melty?
CCL is my main.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
CCL is my main. I have to say that because anybody who plays Melty Blood plays like 5 characters.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're me, but I do that in fucking every game. I am like,
Yeah, we're gonna play one.
I just become a character specialist. I'm just like, I'm not learning alts. Like, I finally like admitted that to myself because I'll see a bunch of characters where I'm like, man, I want to learn this character, and then like I'll try and I'll just get frustrated because I'm not doing as well as I will with the first character I pick.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, fuck it, like I'll just go back to this. So, yeah, that's. But you're right, like that's kind of how Melty is, and I mean everybody has 3 grooves, so and you know.
I always get messed up if I play different groups with the same character though.
C doesn't really play the same as F, doesn't really play the same as H.
Yeah.
So I did say grooves.
No. They're moon styles.
Whatever,
Perhaps you could choose the wrong groove.
same shit, different
Like
day.
just
They're more than just grooves. They're grooves and EX characters at the same time.
Okay.
Another way
I kind like some part of me wants to learn F Nero, but there's another part of me that just can't leave Act Cadenza.
Yeah. That Cadenza was so long ago now at this point.
I know it feels bad, man. Like I started playing fighting games in 2007, and I've gone literally nowhere. What's that meme picture that's like the perfect description of my life? I am a dumb bitch with terrible taste. I will not improve. I will not change. That is a promise. Let me find it because I actually.
That was a clincher right there.
What if I'm not ready? Oh god!
Well, you better get there quick.
I don't want to be under this much pressure, Mandy. 2 out of 3.
Actually, this is a perfect description of me.
Oops.
I'm a dumb bitch with terrible defense. Makes sense, yeah.
Half a Taco Bell.
Yeah, it's like halfway to Taco Bell.
That's good.
Bell.
Valley.
That's the bell.
Run for the border. My old, is that even relevant anymore? Old Taco Bell slogan.
No quiero Taco Bell.
Gotta make a run for the border. You know this
Oh my god, that was an actual Taco Bell slogan?
Oh my god, I am old.
Oh,
You all.
mistakes were made.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know, tacos. Border. You know, 'cause authentic
Okay.
Mexican food.
Oh yeah, super authentic from Taco Bell.
Hey, it was voted the greatest Mexican restaurant of California. Last year.
That's bullshit.
It was voted. All right. Here's Sue Survivor Gamush.
Oh damn it! I could have.
What the hell?
That's supposed to be an EXP.
No, that was intentional. Mind games. I knew you were gonna jump.
Sue Survivor Gamush.
Oh wow, fuck that. I was like, okay, this isn't actually that bad. Okay, now it's both that bad and the song's pretty good though. I recognize this theme. What the fuck was the name of this theme? Like Cyber Style or Siberia Style or something?
Yeah.
Wow, okay, the steps to turn into mines is a big fuck you. And those are gallops, even though they're eights because of the BPM change. Wow. Yeah, okay.
So you're supposed to read what the mines are and then do that because you can't read that fast. The specific color is the one that's gonna be a hold, so you can tell.
I mean, visually it's cool, but trying to play this song would just be a complete fucking disaster.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and then it just gets chuckle fuck crazy right there.
Yeah.
So was that a yes or no?
I've seen a person hate Taco Bell so much. I mean, before eating.
Have you seen the ZX series?
I don't think I have.
No.
Chun-Li blushing?
I don't know. I think she's just got like a black eye.
No, I mean,
Oh, right, he's in
oh, Gil.
God. That experience exactly once, thank you, Gabe.
That's why 12 is the best character in the game, because he's the character you can X copy Gil and you can become Gil.
Yeah, but then you have to play it against Gil.
I knew a guy, because I used to work actually at THQ, Windy Man isn't there, but we used to insist, like, yeah, Gil's fine to pick, I should just be able to pick Gil. I'm like, what? So then I learned 12, and I would X-copy him whenever you pick Gil.
Yeah, you know, new 13 and Calamity Trigger is fine to pick. She's a boss character.
Fair character.
In the arcade, you actually had to put a code in to unlock her.
Yep. Same with Hawkman, though.
Yeah, same with Hawkman.
That ease, loser. Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Speaking of videos, Strider Zero, I actually have a lot of your old videos saved on my computer from like 20. Yeah, the hand cam stuff from when we ran tournaments at FFA. Street Fighter 4, Marvel 3. I have direct like copy footage from the Melty Blood cabinet. Direct feed. We had Blaze Blue, CS back then. Those tournaments. Some Mortal Kombat 9 in there.
The Guilty Gear footage.
Yeah, he's got our West Toast footage when I ran West Toast.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah. I was watching myself play from that. Oh, it was great.
Great.
Yeah.
It's like, man, we suck.
Oh yeah. It's, you know what? But that's how I see it now. Like if I watched myself at Evo last year, it's like, wow, I sucked back then. It's like this hasn't even been a year.
I guess, yeah.
It's like that's how I was when I watched myself at Frosty Faust. It's like, man, I sucked back then.
Dude, I did a review of my matches from Oscar, both SD and both plus R. I was like, man, I'm fucking I was like, how the hell? Like I played Teresa, I got to confirm in the 5-8 and I immediately RC. I was like, why did I RC that? Like,
You were. I was watching your match against Wukash in top 8. You were so fucking thirsty for his burst.
I just wanted to play.
I saw
around
you
and
just
fucking-
jumping and doing nothing so much.
I just wanted to step away from Anji.
Oh,
Like,
fuck me.
anytime I do thing out and do we just moved, and I'm like, Jesus, fucking Christ,
Yeah.
relax. Should did more 2S.
We need a good Anji here in SoCal. Yeah. Anji's just a dark horse. Yeah, he really is. No, we don't play cheap characters here in SoCal. No.
Bottom tier, bottom.
Yeah. Look at this, Alex versus Makoto. Bottom tier bust.
Fuck no, she's top 4 at least.
She's mid-low.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it.
Third strike tiers is there's 3 characters in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Chun,
Chun
Yuya,
and Ken.
No.
Makoto and Dudley are close.
No, it's no. Chun, Chun, and Chun.
Yang's alright.
Those are the 3 characters in the game. Okay.
Yeah, Chun.
Whoa!
That was racist.
Trust that you didn't get that one.
I don't think the mic picked it. So if Jason repeats it, he's the one who's racist.
That works.
That's how it works. Yeah.
God! He just.
But charging didn't work because it got
I want to get stepped on, not like this.
I remember my first time going to Evo. I went to Evo 2008. That was my first Evo. And they had Third Strike up there. And for Third Strike top 8, it was 5 Chun-Lis, 2 Kens, and 1 Yun.
Oh.
Damn.
The Yun lost the first game. The 2 Kens lost their first game, and the rest of the tournament was Chun-Li's.
All Chun top 3.
All Chun top 4, yeah.
I thought you said there were 3.
No, there are 5 Chuns, 2 Kens, and 1 Yun. The Yun and the Kens all lost their first game.
Yeah. Go forward super in the air combo. Yeah, that's 50%. Fair character.
50% and you got multiple bars.
Mash close fierce or bar fierce.
Feel nice.
Dog food.
Voted the best Mexican restaurant in
Oh,
California.
what the
I
hell?
want to see the statistics.
Yeah, Del Taco. Taco Bell has better nacho cheese. It tastes better. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're right. But it has better fake cheese. That's okay. Taco Bell has really good fake horrible cheese. That's really good. Let me find this because it made the news of being voted the best Mexican restaurant. I'm not making this up.
Did they stand up?
Not
behind
making this
Taco Bell
up.
and ask people?
Okay, that didn't come up, but that worked me.
Here, September 18th, 2018.
Taco Bell. Let's go. Hold on, what side is that? Is it the onion or some shit?
No, U.S. Weekly.
Oh, okay.
That's a legitimate thing.
It was from a nationwide survey from the Harris poll. More than 77,000 Americans have deemed the California-based Chinese-owned chain of Taco Bell. Yeah, Taco Bell's Chinese-owned.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
It was owned by, I think, a white guy. Belson.
Yeah, his last name was Bell. That's why it's called Taco Bell, right? And his first name was Taco, coincidentally. Here it is. From the Harris Poll itself. Taco Bell is America's favorite Mexican restaurant. It surpassed Chipotle.
What? Okay, that's just...
Has America literally never eaten Mexican food? Jesus!
Really?
Yeah, I got next. I haven't called the 2 out 3 yet, but I got next.
Do it anyway.
Gotta believe. Like crap with Taurus. Gotta believe. I don't lose. But that he doesn't lose. And back to that.
Find a new rival. Well, I got the picture. Are you ready? Go.
I mean, you know, how much more American can you get than Taco Bell?
What the fuck?
Like, oh, I love American food. Pizza and tacos.
That's not okay. How many layers of racing? You are just
That charge? Put your head into it.
Hey,
Exactly.
I wish either of those EX had come out, honestly.
That's what Strider Zero just said, by the way. He was talking about what about those combination Taco Bell Pizza Huts? A melting pot of Taco Bell nacho cheese.
Bad taste.
God.
I mean, if you think about it, they're more innovative than your typical Mexican restaurants.
They certainly are.
With like the naked chicken burrito or taco. They have nacho fries.
Which are surprisingly good if you get rid of the nacho cheese, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they got good seasoning.
Yeah. I actually wanted to take home, like, I wanted to order like a bunch of those, take them home, and then cover them in chili and cheese.
Sounds good. I've been to a bunch of, like, you know, smaller mom and pop Mexican restaurants, and I've seen a couple of them order or have like
okay.
I don't know how to describe it, but French fries, but instead of nachos, but still nachos. It's like they have like carne asada, like imagine like super awesome nachos, right? Carne asada, cheese,
Yeah.
guacamole,
Oh, so they're just
hot
like
sauce,
asada
all that
fries.
kind of stuff, but just a fries. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
they're
Asada fries.
asada fries.
Yeah, I've seen those around.
Which are top tier. by the
Yeah.
way.
Oh, those are good.
The ones that they have over at Better Fresh Burger are like choice. The one time I ordered them, like we were in a rush to get out of there and I forgot to get a fork.
Oh!
Big mistake.
Oh, that just makes it fun. You gotta work for your food. You can't just eat for...
Ooh, ow.
How do that to her? Oh!
Okay, let's
Into the heat of battle.
Did you guys see that they're adding Videl and Jiren to Dragon Ball Fighters?
I did. It's the only thing that's actually made me want to play Dragon Ball Fighter since it came out.
Yeah, I want to play Videl.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's cool.
I really like her character in the Dragon Ball series. All the way up until the tournament happens. Like, as soon as they get into, like, the boo thing, she turns into babysitter for the rest of the entire series.
Yeah.
Like, before she's, like, you know, kicking ass and, like, all this other kind of stuff, and then immediately never fights ever again.
Right?
Never stands up for herself ever again. Like, she just becomes just a wet towel after that.
That's what happens to everybody who wasn't the same.
Into the heat of battle. Go
No, Android 18, she came back in Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah, I mean, Super kind of, like, her and 17 kind of came back, but before that,
also, like,
they just hated out.
They had a daughter in Super, didn't they? Android 18?
Yeah.
They have a daughter in
Yeah. Isn't like Bill pregnant?
Oh.
Yeah, but yeah.
I think it's unpregnant.
Yeah, she does.
Unpregnant.
Yeah, she does.
Wow.
Like Beerus, like it's not Beerus, but who's the wizard with him?
Oh, Whis?
Yeah, he like basically just does.
Just teleports it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just basically pulls her out of the womb and like. Yeah, no, yeah.
Was it canon or was it just in the movie that the baby gave Goku power?
No, it was in the. It was in the.
It was
anime.
that was the anime, yeah.
Yeah,
I know
it's
the movie
like,
did that.
It's like we need like 4 sands. We have like 4.5.
Yeah.
It's like, are you fucking for real?
Oh, it's cool. The baby can give up its power. The unborn fetus.
It was so dumb. Oh, what does it take to create a Saiyan god? It just takes 5 Saiyans. Yeah, to just put be in a ring.
What a
and then you get a Saiyan god. Okay.
Oh, that movie.
Like what? That sounds pretty dumb. Too bad we don't have 5 Saiyans. Actually.
How convenient.
Dirt to dirt. It didn't make sense to me in Dragon Ball Super 2 how like they go Super Saiyan Blue, which is supposed to be Super Saiyan God that's gone Super Saiyan.
Yeah, it's like Super Saiyan God, then Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. And I'm
Yeah.
just like,
So it does that.
Oh,
but,
that
like,
was super.
But like you barely even see the normal Super Saiyan God, and like Super Saiyan God like makes him look younger, and like it seems like they're far more powerful. The red one.
Yeah.
But the red one's weaker than the blue one.
Rojo.
Yeah.
They pretty much stopped going red at all. Like,
Yeah, it happened once in like one of the things. It just felt like it didn't make sense. Like red should have been more powerful. Go ahead and do a 2 out of 3, and then I'll hop in.
even more Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Kaioken plus. So it's like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
The
it's like
fucking
I was like,
the blue with the red aura.
Yep, and I'm like, I'm over the show. Just don't talk to me about it.
I like when Vegeta when the Shonen Vegeta.
Oh yeah, so
I'm pretty and sparkly, and I'm
Strider's
just as strong
correcting
as
us. It wasn't
Kaioken Goku now.
It wasn't Videl that Whis took the baby out of. It was Bulma took the baby out of for Bra.
that's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. That was. Wait, the baby's name was Bra?
Yeah.
You know that?
Are you fucking for real?
It's the whole Bulma
whole
thing.
lineage.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all underwear.
Yeah, all of them are underwear.
What's Bulma?
Bloomers.
Bloomers.
Yeah.
Bra could be Bola or something.
Yeah,
I don't
they
know
say
if they're
Bulla a lot.
translating it to.
Brock?
Well, it's supposed to be the English word, bra, but it's spelt Bulla in Japanese.
Right.
So they call her Bulla in Super because they didn't want kids to see bra as a girl's name. You know?
Right, so that would be weird.
Like their whole last name is Briefs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the last name?
Yeah. Bulma Briefs.
I didn't even know
Dr.
they had a
Briefs.
last name.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You've seen him
Dr.
father, right?
Briefs?
Old white-haired scientist guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was Bulma's sister's name?
Tights.
Tights.
No, it was.
The sister was in the manga,
Okay.
but they introduced her in the anime for the first
One
time in
episode
Super.
of the series, yeah, and it's like, where did this come from?
Yeah.
Like,
Who the fuck is this? It's like, when the hell has Bulma ever had a sister? Are they just retconning something now? It's like, no. You guys need to read the manga.
like, oh, did I just not mention my sister for 20
Yeah.
years?
It's like, yeah, I'm sure we got you.
Now. That was halfway over.
Prepare to strike. Now.
One of my favorite changes in characters was Chi-Chi. Because she was actually pretty kind of cool in original Dragon Ball. And then she became this like horrible bitch in Dragon Ball Z.
I hated what
This
they did.
horrible bitch. It's like,
I hated what they did to her.
Yeah, she's also kind of that same thing. I mean, she didn't fight, but she
Pepper?
kind of just not being cool, basically.
Need to borrow a stick.
You want my stick if you want.
Wait, can I borrow your stick?
Yeah.
I don't like. He made his stick too tight. Loose. Yeah, I'm sorry. His stick wasn't tight enough. That's what it was.
I haven't used it in a while.
There's no give. I'm sorry. There's so much give that it's like.
It feels very, very sad.
It feels so broken, like literally.
I like it.
But yeah, can I borrow your stick?
Oh,
Can you grab it?
One of the Bulma kids. Do a Broly movie.
Can you plug me in?
No, I haven't seen it.
I didn't know about, but I kept hearing about it during the announcement.
No,
like, oh, the new movie. I'm like, oh. Yeah, it's right. Like Broly.
His power is maximum.
Alien, but even stronger.
Isn't that Goku's whole shtick?
I feel like we've been here.
Too. I mean, it was Goku the future. He's actually
The superist thing. Yeah.
Not just a regular one. Makes him green and stronger, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know.
He's angry
Apparently,
because
new movie Brawly is hot, but like old Brawly was just kind of like. I just enjoyed that he was just a brick shithouse. Like.
Where it's him doing fucking dance, and he's fucking broke as fuck, and it looks so fucking weird because like his biceps are turning into his other biceps. It's like,
Wait,
because
what?
Because he's so fucking buff. It's just like,
was that
what the fuck is going on?
Wait, what was this?
Have you not seen it?
It's Brawly doing a Fortnite dance. That's amazing. I love like.
I feel like no, like he's so brolic that like it looks like his biceps are turning into his other biceps. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh wait, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
My first introduction to Brawly was like Budokai Tank, or no, it wasn't
Tenkaichi.
It wasn't Tenkaichi. I think it was Budokai 3 on the PS2. Yeah, and like my first introduction to him was literally like everybody else has that classic like DBZ block style where they're like and Brawly was just like fucking hit me. I'll catch your fist with my pecs.
Like the Q parry.
Yeah, basically.
So I was like,
yeah.
Blocks like he's Rao.
I can't speak.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Alex said was, why are you speaking Japanese?
This clip is from Street Fighter 5. However, friends don't let friends get play.
Oh.
Weak. Wait, what the fuck?
Roll back! Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to Trash Fighter 5. Why delaying that code is better than...
Oh my god, fuck you, Arxis. Tired of hearing about GGPO.
Say that?
My favorite
No,
was...
that was an actual like quoted Arxis. I can't remember if that was an interview or a tweet. It was an interview, right?
Oh, damn. Oh, motherfucker.
Yeah.
My favorite was a tweet that I just saw. Like, new game, input lag.
I was hoping that would shit work.
And then it's a quotation mark.
Okay,
It's like
Nathan, you
ellipses,
can
and
go.
it's like Thanos walking out of the fucking void. He's playing that shit.
That was much better my second game.
She's
Why don't
watching.
people
She's
put
like,
GGPO in this
oh, Yang Sama.
I mean, that's
Somehow.
definitely.
It's definitely a mood though. Like, why can't we have nice things?
I wanna set this.
Yeah.
Why can't we just have Mother 3 from Nintendo where I can buy the game?
Look, people voted for Taco Bell as best Mexican restaurant.
You can't even have a Wii shop where you can buy the game anymore.
I just want fucking Mother 3. I remember hearing an interview where like, they were interviewing Reggie Fils-Aimé, and the person who was interviewing him asked him, you know, look, I gotta ask this because otherwise people are gonna yell at me. When's Mother 3 coming out? And he's just like, I swear, I think I've heard from every single person who's going to buy Mother 3.
So,
and I'm like, no, you haven't. There's so many more. Oh, I suppose good.
My favorite one is the 3D Photoshop of him. Where it's like the 5 Dark Reggie. You want Mother 3 so badly, Phantom, please? Okay. And like his eyes are all freaking yellow and shit.
I would want it physically.
They'll put it on the Wii shopping channel now that it doesn't exist anymore.
That's not a low.
That's mid. Sad. Could be better. Kind of hot fireballs and sometimes kicking ones for. Not as much as you get.
Yeah.
A couple hits and if that's stunned, that would have been like half life. Still have
Fighters ready. Engage.
I was a win before the virus. Now I'm a jerk and everybody loves me. Kidding. Jumping through the windows. I remember watching the game, the Guilty Gear player play that, and he's like, he hopped around him, he's like, oh, juke. He runs in the staircase, and Mr. X just jumps down the fucking staircase, he's like, oh my god. Like,
You found out that everybody discovered that there's actually 2, right? Yeah. In the new one. There's basically a separate spawn point, like on the other side of the map.
Oh.
Yeah. And it does spawn a second one because I've actually seen like a screenshot of 2 of them attacking one dude.
That's good.
Yeah.
That would have been a good twist if in some room where like it used to be Mr. X. Like the new game is like, okay, you think you know what's happening? 2 Mr. X's.
start fighting each other.
You know, that would actually be rad. That'd be like some Bloodborne ass shit right there.
What game are you talking about?
The Resident Evil 2 remake.
I've actually never watched it, but everybody's playing it on
Yeah.
Shadow Kingdom.
Yep. Because that was a fun thing about Bloodborne is like if two enemies if you kited them into taking a swing and they attacked each other, they would now start kicking the shit out of each other. What if it's safe?
God, you blocked it. Right, that's my win.
Aww.
Fireball supers aren't invincible.
This is Street Fighter. Super is supposed to be invincible on boot.
All of them are, except Fireball. Anyone has a Fireball one up, please. That's your mistake.
Yeah, it chose the wrong super.
I love that super. Nice.
Did you see that?
Ooh.
It's Skullgirls on PS4, I believe. Yeah, it's the PS4 release copy of Skullgirls. It's apparently a somewhat legendary picture of Mike Z in his like sleep shorts holding a copy of like the physical Skullgirls release.
That's like the TV one.
What the hell?
Are you ready? Go.
That's really bizarre.
Actually, I'm trying to see.
Oh, fuck.
I'll have to find a copy of that photo and like.
Oh, I'm sure he's heard it plenty of times.
He hasn't heard it from me.
Don't get me started. I have this perfect screenshot to show you. I'm talking about Mike.
Oh no.
Nice.
You can hear it.
Mad thirsty.
Thirsting on Mike, like as a meme, right?
What does that mean?
Okay.
Oh, I was like, this is screen capture, like, all this.
Has Mike gained weight or anything?
Jason got the tornado
He's like-
DDT. I respect that.
He's not very
Alright.
heavy.
So this is the original post, and it said Photoshop this, right?
Were they like serious or
Yeah.
were they?
So
It's on the internet, man. It was Twitch.
this is the meme that came out.
So they were like trying to say he was like fat or something?
No, they're trying to say he has a
Mike, but if it was Mike, he would be doing like hover hand.
Yeah, I mean it's Vidal's hand though.
I guess that's-
one of him.
yeah. There's a couple of those.
Oh yeah, this was the tweet I was talking about earlier, by the way. That's in somebody's in case you missed it feed that was liked and retweeted.
Like I said, I think we're getting serious if people want to join. Number of users are they're willing.
I hate those ones. They put what my friend like I don't want to know what they do.
That drives user engagement. Like everyone else likes this, I gotta get on and join them.
I don't want to join on Twitter to engage with people.
Yeah. I don't even want to engage with people in real life. Do it online.
This one's deleting his own tweets.
Now, find a new rival.
How did Alex's voice lines turn out so fucking good? He's not voiced by anybody that speaks English, right?
Probably not. It would be Englishy. Not very clear.
No, but like the accent is so good though.
Oh, like the, like, I guess Brooklyn or whatever.
Yeah,
New
like
York that is.
his accent is so good for likely being voice acted by somebody who doesn't speak English.
Prepare to strike. Now.
Actually, I would probably go to a place called Taco Hut.
That sounds like the kind of place you find #1 Mexican food in America. Taco Bell.
Yep.
Probably like old people. I don't lose. This is right?
Into the heat of battle. Go
Middle-aged white people.
Yeah.
Eating their food with mayonnaise.
Savages.
It was pretty fucking gross.
I don't lose. It doesn't use rouge. Thing.
Isn't like something.
now. Fight a
No,
new
no,
weapon.
no. Looks a lot like the old one.
Are you ready? Go.
Which K-Wing?
Weak. Fighters ready. Engage.
And I still can't get over. There's this plus R player named Keisuke,
Okay.
and he's just probably like I'm comfortable in saying he's the best current player in the game right now.
Okay.
He won Evo Japan,
Okay.
and he plays Fiestaman. And no, I mean Fiestaman, all right. He plays Fiestaman, the player. No, he plays Testament, and he went over to HO Arcade.
Okay.
And hopped on their plus R machine.
Yeah.
And got a 120 win streak.
Whoa.
I
He took a picture of it and put it on Twitter and everything.
he's on Twitter.
Yeah. It's just like, holy fuck, dude. Going to HO and getting 120 win streak.
How bitty is it?
I think even Kenna used to have to take like a smoke break after 30.
I don't know how he did it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Japanese arcades, you can smoke in the arcade, so
Yeah.
That's true.
it's not like you have to get up and go outside.
And in the arcade in Japan, it's 3 out of 5 rounds. And
Oh,
plus
wow.
R too.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
They're like.
It's gotta be like, you know.
Gotta make the most out of your 100 yen, I guess.
Yeah. Since it's 100 yen, they do 3 out of 5 rounds. Makes sense.
Casuals. They did that in actual.
They run their tournaments at 3 out of 5 rounds too.
Oh wow.
But it's single LM.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, that's true.
I've seen that for some games, honestly.
Yeah, it's like, aren't most Japanese tournaments single limb like best of 1?
Yeah. It's still best of 1 in their tournaments, but I mean
Yeah.
3 out of 5 rounds.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Rounds, game, set, match. Tournament.
Breaking the plan. Like, throw a fireball, so I did that. Somehow
A
worked.
lot of people mix those up. They don't know what the order is.
Man, why is there like no recovery on?
Oh. That ends
There's like not really recovery. Like no block stun at all when you hit someone with something in this game. When you get that, you're smashing like crazy.
Well, you have to remember throws are really fast. someone jump kicks you high up, you can sometimes throw them like.
Yeah, throws are like 3 frames in this game.
They beat
Free frame tech.
And they beat normal. Yeah, someone jump kicks you again like high up and on immediate throw. Try to grab them.
That's why I throw so much in this game, because they're so fast.
Yeah.
I don't throw nearly as much playing like Blaze Blue. Slow ass, whatever, I don't know, fucking 14 frame throws.
Yeah, what's like that?
God, I hate Blaze Blue throws so
God,
much.
yeah, don't you get like forever and a day to tech that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
I
don't know how many hits that is.
I hate it so much. So in Blaze Blue, when you go to tech a throw, it doesn't tell you you've succeeded until the entire throw tech window has finished. So you don't like interrupt the throw. It's you do the move, and then once the throw tech window is done, then you interrupt the throw. So because I'm me, and I'm actually super duper fucking fast at throws, because I play Guilty Gear.
Sure.
I play Guilty Gear with 0 frame throws.
I'm so amazing.
I mean,
too fast.
so honestly, I do. So here's the thing, right? So if you go to throw somebody, and it's like 4 or 5 frames start up on throw in Blaze Blue.
Sure.
And I think they're going to throw, so I start my throw after, say, 2 frames of when they started. I'm in the middle of my throw animation where I haven't thrown yet. And they're in the middle of their throw animation where they haven't thrown yet. They go to throw me, and because I'm in the middle of doing something, it's counted as a throw counter, so you can't tech the throw. Yeah. And of course, if you think, oh shit, did I actually tech or did I do it too early and I don't know, and you go for it a second time, it'll cancel the throw tech. I can't stand that. I've missed so many throws because of throw counter crap like that. I hate it.
I told you my story about like Lychee.
What about it?
Someone purple me in the middle of a combo and like pressed throw like a little too late and I missed. Lychee's kind of bounce down, comes back, bounce down, come back. He grabbed me again. It was TRM. The first throw that I pressed too late. So I tried to press it again because I'm like, oh, I think this is off. Now I see the throw. It's so obvious.
Yeah.
And then then he did another throw right after, which was a TRM.
Because you tried the previous throw.
Yeah, and because it's throws, it's all unscaled.
Yep.
So then I had to like purposely take a throw so then I can tech the next throw.
Just take
I hate throws so much in Blaze Blue. Yeah, I remember being scummy with that too, because you could link throw into throw into throw, and if they kept mashing it, they wouldn't tech.
Yeah.
So, Carl's would bounce them off the ground and bounce them back up to him. So you just keep throwing in the air over and over and kill them. But if they I was playing a guy, and he missed it the first 2 times, and he's like just pissed off he wanted to tech, so he's just mashing the tech buttons the whole time, and it's not working, and he just dies because I just throw him all the way to the death.
Yeah.
He got so pissed off.
Why can't I break this?
Like, this is fucking bullshit! And I totally agree with him, it is bullshit. but I won, so that's what matters. We're playing fighting games.
You're right, this is fucking stupid, but it's my fucking stupid. I'd be so angry if I was you, but I'm not.
Man, I'm glad I'm not you. I'm gonna keep doing this shit though.
I feel like that's the universal that's the universal language of fighting games. Is I'm so glad I'm not you right now.
Right? Oh man, you're in the corner. Aegis reflected. That's just terrible. Good luck, dude.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Urian glitch with Aegis on timeout?
No.
Okay, so in Third Strike, if like basically at the last second you throw Aegis and they throw something into it and it times out and Urian loses, they bounce off the Aegis and disappear off the screen. If you do it to Necro and Necro wins, at least in second impact, Necro bounces off the screen and disappears, and Effie gets stuck in a loop where she just runs circles around the screen.
I remember seeing this.
Yeah. It's like one of those DNO please tweets.
Oh. He's not saying frash. That's good.
User. Bouncer in this game English.
All right, that's cool.
Nice.
Ah, I buried that time. Yeah, press that.
Yeah, I'd actually be interested in learning Super Turbo. Get into that game a bit more.
Or when I play people who play it, then I regret my. Oh, I think I can grab that. That time you were like next to me in my phone. Maybe he's like hitboxes to back when he does that overhead, so I can't actually grab him.
Grab his arm.
Alright.
Man, fucking BlazBlue CT, man.
Do it again.
Again. Actually, should never try something.
I want to keep it for fucking.
I got him. Ran into it.
That was supposed to be Kasa Tatsu. Like, I was like, Kasa!
Yeah.
I was like, I got so like, oh!
And like,
I was like, damn, you can cross up with like low roundhouse.
I was like, cross up and whip a sweep. That's some mind games right there.
That's so fucking neat.
Guess I just throw him.
Like, cause like H Tatsu like can't cross up.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, cross up. What the fuck? That was sweet.
Mind games.
Jesus, I hate
I'm
Back
gonna
in
hit
the
you
overhead reset.
overhead.
Just kidding.
So in BlazBlue CT, Carl had this infinite.
Yup.
It was super easy to do.
Yup.
You just throw them into the doll's clap.
Yup.
And then throw them into the doll's clap, and that's it.
Yeah.
And the greatest thing
Break
about
this throw, ass clown. I
yeah,
dare you.
Yeah, you break the throw, you get hit by the clap. You don't break the throw, and you get hit by the clap.
Yeah.
And then you just get thrown again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. And so
CT was a dumb fucking game.
I remember watching a tournament where Mike Z was like got to grand finals, and he was fighting Zong 1.
How did Mike Z get to grand finals
With
playing
Tager.
Tager in CT?
So,
Suck.
well, honestly, it was because people didn't know that neutral tech was the best way to beat Tager back then. Do you do any kind of tech that's not neutral, you'll just get magnetized and thrown again and start all over. But so he's in grand finals against Zong 1, and he's like on the deck to beat Zong 1 completely, and then Zong 1 bursts and wins the game. Because you know, like he's in the middle of the death combo against Zong 1, and Zong 1 bursts with Carl, and the burst knocks him into the clap, because you can. The D that you're inputting from the burst counts as a D for the doll.
Oh,
so you hold up burst, and it's gonna make the doll do the clap. So he gets bursted into the clap. He runs and jumps up, throws him into clap, and kills him. So you could be comboed
Oh, what the flying fuck?
and burst your opponent into the infinite.
It's like a better version of Akuma. You're fine.
I did play Ken a little bit.
Touching medium into that super easy. And I can take it.
There you go.
Crazy kicks.
Oh! I'm upset.
I don't know if that was throwing ball or not. I'm like,
I'm upset.
but his Tatsu goes over me. He gets punished. I don't have to respect it.
But does Akuma's Tatsu not go over Alex?
Yeah, so you gotta block. Well, I mean, you can try to parry it. It's not the easiest thing in the world.
They're doing air Tatsu. It'll get real fun. I don't know. I play Makoto. Air Tatsus are unfuckable.
Oh, DQ.
Not me.
Yeah. Find my taunt button.
Oh.
What is a taunt button?
Both
It's
heavies.
both heavies.
Oh, that's right. Got it. Strength there. Charge back during that. Done. Special action. Powers up.
Yep, personal action.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I got DQ, so things can't
You remember-
still.
I remember what Alex is talking. He like powers up his next command grab or something.
I think next special is. I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes that's 2, sometimes it's 3.
Depends on the strength they use.
That was 3.
That's medium, right? It's only one.
Oh,
See? Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I have literally only ever seen heavy then.
Yeah, pretty much. There's no reason to use the weaker ones.
Well,
They're pretty much enemy the shit.
unless they think that they're going to be parrying 3 of them, and they only parry 2 of them, and you're already in their
That's true.
face.
Some
Yeah.
Tatsu's Wing has been doing has been confusing me. It's like I'm trying to parry the last one, and there is no last one.
So Strider Zero's in chat. What other fighting games have you been playing lately, Strider?
I don't lose. Into the heat of battle.
Marvel 2? Girls? No. Marvel Infinite?
Nobody actually plays Skullgirls. People just complain and or meme about it.
And post boots.
Wing's sighing because he knows it's right.
Oh, because he's been doing it.
That's true.
He's like, they're taking my shtick. Shtick?
Oh, yeah.
Final round.
We are currently playing on the PS3 version. I do own the PS2 version. But I think this is the better version. PS2 actually has some like game-changing. Oh,
Was that just like par for the course back then? Or because like, isn't PS2 Marvel 2 like absolute unplayable garbage?
yeah. I think a lot of that was just glitches and stuff like that. It wasn't because they tried to update the game.
Yeah.
But like I mean, that was a common thing where they tried to update the game. Like if you see CVS2 EO for GameCube, you know that was a change. Like oh, roll canceling, we gotta get rid of that.
Right. I mean, just that game in general. It buffed a lot of things. No one played it. But recently, people discovered the power of emulating.
The Strider Zero has been playing the fighting game Tetris Effect lately.
Oh, yeah.
Video game.
It's a good fighting game. So what was really cool about Tetris Effect is it has this like master mode, and for like the first month that the game came out, like master mode's like the first 300, like it's 300 lines on like the
I was
highest
gonna
difficulty.
say, is it basically just TGM?
It's TGM but 300 straight lines of that without increasing. And so it has like a leaderboard of who could do it the fastest.
Okay.
And for like the first month, nobody had beaten it. It was that hard.
Oh.
And so somebody recently beat it. Also, somebody recently got a 22 line Tetris. Because you can freeze time in that game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's called Impossibilitris. Because I think there's 20 lines at the top of the screen. So when you're freezing it, it's not killing you. You have to
Right.
fill up 2 more lines above that for an Impossibilitris. So theoretically, the highest you can get is 23 lines. Theoretically, but we don't even know if that's actually possible.
Tetris is a weird game.
That ease, loser. Final round. Go for it.
Ryder says that the MVC2 PS2 isn't the worst.
Really? There's a worse version than that.
Probably Xbox original.
It's called Infinite. Okay.
We're so upset he's just throwing dots.
I'm like, I don't
It's
care.
not even-
I heard him mutter under his breath. I don't even care.
I heard that, but I was just like, I was expecting something more than just, I'm gonna just do quarter circle back kick until he's dead.
Honestly, I was like, that would be for kicking his ear. And I was like,
It actually is an Akuma strategy. You do that,
yeah,
and
you
then
just fucking do Tatsu. You're safe.
but when you land, do a standing medium, and then do another, cancel that to another Tatsu. The close one. A standing medium.
Just press forward, forward.
I don't lose.
This moves.
Oh man.
Bad one against-
You played Street Fighter V, right? Latency.
Briefly at release.
I don't know how much you've seen of Alex in Street Fighter V, but his legs, man.
His knees. Rip Alex's knees.
Oh my god.
Let me did a comic not too long ago where it was like, oh hey, it's Street Fighter 5 update, and Alex is talking to the director of Street Fighter 5. It was cool, so you can fix, so you guys can like make me better, you can fix my legs. And then like, the director runs to the other room and it's like, sorry Alex, like your legs, we're going in another direction. And like, he's like hiding his closet full of fucking Chun-Li cosplays.
Yeah. We need to update this game's balance more. We're gonna add 5 more Chun-Li copies.
God damn it.
Need some more extra money.
Alright,
Chun-Li
like your legs,
costume.
we're going in another direction. Oh, Weatherby, I miss you. We're gonna see Weatherby and me.
Now, find a new rival.
Yeah, I realized when you said that,
I'm
I've
like,
seen Alex.
he wasn't
in
that
Street
super, was he?
No, Weatherby usually works on Saturdays, from what I
Yeah.
understand. So he'll probably come back once we get back to Salty.
Yeah.
The first Salty is actually gonna be the same weekend as Anime Ascension, so I won't be able to make it.
Oh fuck, that's right. I
Yeah.
knew something else was going on that weekend.
There's actually 2 other things that are going on that weekend. Of course, it's Valentine's Day weekend.
Yeah.
Who cares about that? But Evo Japan is going on that same weekend too.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Evo Japan, same weekend as Anime
Singles
Ascension.
Awareness Day in Japan. Jesus!
Elimination Chamber is also that weekend, but I think I'm the only person who's wrestling. Wrestling?
Wrestling. I'm traded, I'm mad.
You should be. You took way more damage than he did.
I don't care for trade. I'll try it.
Just fuck this.
You got it?
What are you gonna do, huh? There we go.
You broke wing.
This is fucking back to when I was like 3 years old playing my brother, and it's like, I'm gonna spam this shit, you don't even fucking know.
Yeah.
Fight kill, yeah. I think if we did it a little bit further away, it would have worked better.
I'm gonna do fucking Tatsu.
So my first fighting game was Street Fighter 2 for the Super Nintendo. When I was first playing, I had no fucking clue what I was doing. I remember was playing with my friend, and my friend had a big brother, and the big brother was the one who, got blocked from Blockbuster Street Fighter 2.
Yeah.
He was playing it, and so I was playing against him, and I beat him. He's like, "Dude, you're just fucking mashing," kind of thing, like, because that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
It's like, "Damn mashers!" It's like, I don't know what I'm doing. He's
Yep.
He's like 12. And
Yeah.
we're like 4 or like 5 or 6 or something like that. He's like, "Damn kids just mashing."
And beating you. Hee hee.
Yeah. I just told him, get good, scrub. And he's just like, "Oh, okay."
You try dashing. It's so effective.
Yeah, exactly, right? I think back then the only special move I knew how to do was a charge back forward.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Or like mashing kicks with Chun-Li kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I could do those.
100 hand slap.
Yeah, 100. I liked E Honda because he had 100 hand slaps and I could charge back forward for HUD Strider says that Alex's hands during his idle animation looks like a handful of worms.
It's pretty creepy.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't look at his hands.
did Artemis in general. Not big, big talent when it comes to hands and feet.
It's because his fingers are so fucking far apart. Like,
yeah.
There's like 2 fingers worth between each finger.
Look at it right now.
Like, look at his backhand! What the fuck is that?
It's like breaking his fingers to move in that position.
Yeah.
I can't grab that. Your hand just look like that?
I mean, then again, like, his palms are as big as his face, so, like...
Yeah, he grabs people's face with his
Yeah,
hand.
he's got them gorilla paws.
Little hands.
Give me shit about Makoto's hands.
Makoto's feet.
God damn it.
Fucking use the Giuna?
Yeah.
Fucking feet emoji?
Yeah. There you go.
It's like, gonna jump. What's gonna do? So I tried using it preemptively. It doesn't jump, and I'm just. I guess I'm fucking dead, huh?
So the first fighting game I really tried to learn like special moves and stuff like that in was Samurai Showdown 2. Played the hell out of Samurai Showdown 2. I love that game. I know. Like, okay, for like I played Charlotte and I pressed it's essentially 1 2 3.
Okay.
If you know numpad rotation 1 2 3.
So
not half circle.
Down back to down forward.
Yeah, like that kind of thing. And so I learned a little bit of that. And then I think the first fighting game I really tried to start getting better at was the first Killer Instinct for Super Nintendo.
God, did you really have to try back then, though?
What? I learned the game.
I was gonna say, isn't
Look how good I am at combos.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't KI all program a combo and also breakers? Like,
yeah.
Is there any condition to combo break in that game, or do you just push a button and it breaks the combo?
Push the button.
What the fuck?
Well, I mean, especially if you choose like easy combo breaker code, which everybody did, because you wanted that sound. Combo breaker. So we're like, hell yeah, we're playing with that on. That's cool.
I had a friend that used to like play at his local Pizza Hut or whatever, like on the arcade cab, and it was literally like somebody would come up and challenge him. He'd land the first hit, program the rest of the combo, walk away, get a slice of pizza, and come back when the guy was dead. Like,
Pizza break off.
Yeah. I remember that option. You know the options menu? You can choose.
Speaking of silly things.
Could it break out and fight again?
Unholy night.
Yeah, I figured that. Played that a few days ago. Do not recommend it. Never. It eats your inputs. Terrible. Oh.
Yo, Nathan, real talk though, when's Warzard?
Warzard. I've never tried Warzard Versus. So this game came out in 2017.
Okay.
It's made by like ex King of Fighters staff.
Okay.
And it's a fighting game for Super Nintendo.
Alright, well that was a decision that was made.
Yeah, it cost full price, $60 for the game. I paid $60 for this game.
Alright.
This game is garbage. like worse than Sailor Moon.
Like all good SNES fighting games should be.
Like, I would probably rather be playing Fighters History 1 than this game.
Unholy Night.
Also,
not,
on that
not
note,
Fighters History Dynamite, Fighters History 1.
On that note, I am kind of loosely interested in Sailor Moon S.
Oh, it's a good game.
It's
Actually.
weird.
I don't know about it being a good game, but
It's actually good.
I want to play another game where Makoto is top tier.
A Makoto is top tier?
Yeah.
Play characters named Makoto in my games?
yeah, so I play Blaze Blue, I play Third Strike, I play Sailor Moon S.
How did I get hit? Oh,
I don't lose. Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
So yeah, Unholy Knight. I'll bring it to Anime Ascension so we can play that after Sailor Moon S is done.
S ever really done.
I don't lose. Now, find a new rival. Select the one to fight. Yeah, well, I got the picture.
Yeah, you know it's a good fighting game when you've got a character who is, let's see here. She's a maid hunter.
Okay. Like she hunts maids?
No, she is a maid hunter. That's like the clan.
That would be way better.
That'd be cool. Like
Gotta get rid of the maids.
Is a maid hunter.
Destroying the world.
Alright. Well, I mean, of course, that guy's big and German and name is Reinhardt, so he
name is
swings
Reinhardt.
around a big ass hammer and or axe.
Yes. Personality for Reinhardt. Gentle as usual, but mercilessly punished for those who disobey the order of the Saint Knights. Yes.
Is that the Holy Order of the Saint Knights by chance?
No, they're just the Saint Knights.
Yeah, Unholy Knight.
Yeah, Wurzel, who's the werewolf, his personality is the beast and hungry for blood.
Holy not Gowning.
Okay, real talk though, which one came out first, Vampire or KI? Because I want to know who has rights to the werewolf.
I think Vampire came out first.
For a hug! Aw, and then
But they're pretty close.
your head. Eat a bowl.
Like I think Street Fighter Alpha 1 came out first, and then Vampire came out after Alpha 1.
What was the first Vampire called?
Vampire.
It wasn't. It was called just Vampire. That was it.
In Japan, it was called Vampire. In the U.S., it was called Darkstalkers.
Well, yeah.
It was just called Vampire. Then the second one was Vampire Hunter.
Yeah.
The third one was Vampire Savior. And then
'Cause, I mean, I've
the
heard
fourth
of-
one was Vampire Hunter 2. And the fifth one was Vampire Savior 2.
Yeah. 'cause
And
I
then
mean,
the sixth one was Darkstalkers 3.
that will ideally. I hope Capcom.
What if they teamed up with Arc System Works?
Then it would be Darkstalkers with 3 buttons and auto combos. Yeah.
No, really, it's 4 buttons, but only 3 of those 4 buttons are attack buttons. There we go. Guilty Gear is the exception because they added Dust,
I was gonna say, yeah, actually,
which only in Xrd only does 3 things.
I was gonna say, realistically, BB Tag has 2.5 buttons.
Yeah. I thought it had 1 button.
You've got A, B, Universal Overhead, Tag, and Assist.
One button combos and nobody crouches.
It's like 1 attack, 1 special, I think, something like that.
That sounds right.
1 item or something.
I mean, like, I feel like VF and to a lesser extent DOA are perfect examples of like you don't need a lot of buttons to have quality.
Well,
DOA has
VF has 2 attack buttons.
Yeah. DOA has punch, kick, and hold, and then you use hold with another button.
Yeah, so that also just has 2 attack buttons.
Yeah, hold is counter button.
Yeah.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
probably. Be relatively conscious enough to operate these.
I'm live. I meant to do that. There you one and then you die. I'm at the period. I was just like, oh, well, fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have just jumped it.
Yeah, but where's the fun in that?
That was a good ass crouch pierce though.
I swear that was the Family Fun Arcade motto. Dude, I parried that shit. Yeah, I heard that all the time.
Unpopular fighting game opinion. You did not, in fact, tech that throw.
Or me months I teched it. Or the Ian one. I swear to God, I threw that first.
That was a Guilty Gear. It's like, man, I tech that throw. It's like, shut. You did not tech that throw.
You have like a 1-frame window in Guilty Gear.
It's 2 frames, frame 0 and frame 1. So it's pretty much just 1 frame tech. Either the same frame or the next frame.
I'll do one more.
Now, find a new rival.
After slam my stick down, be like, screw this game, I parried that shit.
Game fucking sucks. Fucking third strike. Well, let's play a good game.
Scrub.
This game's too cheap.
Oh, is that the only combo you know?
No talent hacks out here doing combos.
I keep forgetting that term. There's a Japanese term for yeah, for fighting game players who like are really good at combos but have no idea how to play the game.
Oh.
Desk.
Is that the actual name?
No, what'd you say, Wing?
Yabai.
Yabai? Yeah. It's like, cause you see that here too, like, you know, they know how to do a combo if they can get the hit in, but they don't know how to, they don't know neutral, you know?
Yeah.
And that's far more important.
Modern games kind of promote that behavior.
They do, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, learn this combo. It's like, but how do I get in a position where I can land it?
Doesn't matter what your position is.
I should stomp. Take this.
Throw buttons out until you hit a TOD.
It's coming at me. What do I do?
Yeah, you know of desk, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, when that was to pick up Tatsu.
And that's fun, you know, I mean.
Or is that just mind game?
I mean, it got real whack when like he started being like, oh, here's this like hyper specific combo that involves like projectile reflects and like
You turned it into an art form, really.
yeah, and like unique stuff mid combo. But I'm not gonna program the computer to do that. That'd be way too easy. I'm just gonna do it with my right hand.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Right hand, like 2 fingers.
Yeah.
Eddie's loser.
Final round. Now.
Yeah, so I've been playing a lot more Under Night In-Birth.
Good, play that game.
Yeah, it's a good game.
I'm gonna get that game a better shot.
It's the most deserving current gen fighting game. Well, I mean, I wouldn't really consider like Skullgirls current gen anymore because it hasn't been updated in such a long time. Not that it's bad. I'm just saying it's not like.
I don't care. I'm talking about the one you actually put that you have to say about that.
Which is surprising because the rest of them just shit on it all the time.
I am fucking neutral. I don't give a fuck what you say. I just give a fuck what you say about the players who play the game.
Yeah, who plays neutral? I just learned combos.
Like, you know, Skullgirls players are fucking fairies. That's crazy.
Oh, damn it.
So if I don't know if you saw this in, but we in the Guilty Gear Discord, we were talking about like the entrants who'd entered at Frosty, and so one of the people who entered, like I was just looking through all the other entrants to see who might be entering Plus R, like, you know, hey, you entered X, or you should enter plus R2, like whispering them and stuff. And so I was looking through the Skullgirls players, and one person put their sponsored tag as e621.net.
That's fine.
Look it up and find out.
Yeah. It's a furry image board.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like furry Buru, basically.
So Sonic Fox.
I like that you immediately knew that it was Fosh.
Well, yeah, he's done it before. That's not the first time he's done it.
Okay.
No, Fosh is like the he did one. But yeah, no, Fosh is the one who does that tag.
And so I joked about it in the Guilty Gear Discord, and Wing's like, look, okay, not all Skullgirls players are furries, all right? So I told him, really, name one Skullgirls player that's not a furry. Well, he's like Mike Z. It's like, why didn't you name yourself, huh? There you go.
You dick.
You need to press start.
Oh, I see.
Not to diss furries, but it's just, you know, like,
no, I was like I'm sitting over here in the corner being like, I'm living proof that not all queer furries are good at fighting games.
is that like a trait, like some, you know, like, oh, people are always.
No, it was actually the
The stereotype going that furries are good at fighting games.
No, it was actually more of on the topic of the beneath Sonic Fox conversation of how do you get so good at fighting games so quick, and Sonic being like, you gotta be gay. Yohosi solidifying that comment, but me also just being like, it doesn't really help that much.
No, what does help is being like aggressively hard.
And I'm gonna steal a copy of
Preferably
Unholy
for
Night.
your character.
Unholy Night.
that pause and then the.
If there's anybody who's horny for their character,
Nope.
I'm not drunk.
You talking about Akuma or?
he's horny for Fiona.
Oh, sorry. I gotta
We
learn
just
to.
had that conversation.
I gotta learn to wait until people aren't drinking. I've had this mistake before.
Wing here is horny for Philia, but he's twice as horny for Johnny.
Right,
That's
right.
true. I'm pretty gay for Johnny. Won't lie.
Johnny's got some sick abs, dude. He's got
Yeah.
he's got that like 10-pack going on, like
Living the dream.
like you were saying.
Miss Finder, more like Mr. Finder.
Yeah. Like you, Mr. Finder. That's pretty good. Is that what May calls him?
More like fine mister.
Yeah. Now you guys are talking about Broly and the like biceps on the biceps. Like Johnny's that way. He's like an ab on the ab. Just pokes out.
My 6-pack's got a 4-pack.
It's like fractal abs. You keep zooming in, there's more abs.
right.
It's just a looping GIF.
I see the Star Child in his abs. The obelisk.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Oh. That's calling that. That's how I feel whenever I play against the Chumleys.
Yeah, then the conversation on the Guilty Gear Discord evolved into what are the different types of anthros and like diagrams. And
Wow. I didn't realize it was
and
so.
people are like,
detailed.
oh my god, please stop! I don't want to see this.
Have you ever seen that? This is a really old internet
It's like
picture.
Donald Duck is
It
like a type 4 out of 5. It's
Oh,
like,
that's funny.
Oh, it's really good. Have you guys ever seen that old like internet picture of like the geek hierarchy? And it's like science fiction writer
Right at the
geeks
top.
above movie geeks. And it's like, and everybody was above furries. That's like the
What's
bottom.
really funny is that like at the bottom of that, it's like furries who write like Star Trek / fiction.
It was everything combined. Like
Yeah.
furries, it was like furries, fanfic, something furry. I forget the rest, but yeah.
Did you ever watch the show Beat the Geeks?
Yeah.
No.
I used to like that show.
That was a cool show.
My biggest.
Oh, that was cute.
Yeah. My biggest regret on that show is that they never had a video game geek.
They added another geek in like a different season, I think.
Yeah, they replaced like the TV or movie, one of the main guys. But you know who they said that guest geek?
Yeah.
Like Star Trek geek or something. Yeah, and I was like, they should have a video game geek. I never saw it, and then not too long ago, I actually looked it up on like Wikipedia or something, and they have every episode, and like, yeah, there's no such thing as sad.
Reminds me of like the Iron Chef show, where like they have a guest one. Like normally it's like all of the main types of food, like the highest amount of gourmet food.
Okay.
Japanese, Chinese, and French, right?
Okay.
Like, because those are the world's greatest food types.
Sure, yeah, I guess so.
And so, like, every now and then,
No
like,
Taco Bell, but
Italian chef. Ooh, you know?
that was their guest chef, you mean?
Yeah.
Did they ever have
He's like
something
a
weird like
and
the
he's a-
Hungarian chef or the Lithuanian chef? Authentic,
Iron Chef Kuwait.
authentic Ethiopian chef.
Yeah, there it is. I was trying to remember the name of that country.
They introduced the Ethiopian chef, and it's like, there's nothing there. And it's like, yep.
Stop it! Stop hitting me with your attacks!
Holy Mori.
I'm blocking with your face.
Face to foot style. Oh, you like it? Chosen one. Why did you leave me? All I did was go. That doesn't mean
I think the rest of the DP would have done it.
I know that.
No, it's
but, like,
fine.
I'm
It's
just-
fine.
I
Rub,
always
you gotta
forget.
rub it in. Like, really make him know.
You know, when a light punch would have worked, and you do a heavy Shoryuken just to finish it.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I've definitely
You
done
spent
Karaxa
all
straight
your
into
meter?
super when, like, Stand Fierce would have killed.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Like, sometimes you're just mad and you want it.
Right, yeah.
And then you because of it.
That was a waste of meter. I know, but I'm angry.
It's not a waste, it's psychological damage. I,
Psychological damage is the most bullshit thing.
it's like I'm playing the long game. I'm showing him I'm not afraid to use all my meter for no reason.
I'm breaking his spirit. You
Right.
See. You see, 2 years from now, he's going to quit the game because I did
Right,
this
right.
move. And then I will have won.
What's really funny to me is I actually know that type of player where it's just like they'll get in their own head about why you burned 100% meter when like Stan Light Punch would have killed.
Usually the answer is very simple, like
That
I
is
was
100%
dialing a
psychotic.
combo.
Like he'll get way into his own head.
Yeah.
Our games of KI devolve because he's on Yomi layer 47 and I'm still on 2.
Right.
Like, why are you overthinking everything? I just hit buttons.
Yeah.
There's one of the announcers of Attack, who's like a really high-end KI player. Is he Nervous Nick or Stuttering Greg or that's their name.
I was like, how close
Like,
is it?
I think he got like top 8 at Evo back when it was up there or something like that.
Coughing Jim,
I
whatever.
forgot his name, but he did like a top 10 fighting game list and stuff like that. So
Sneezing Dan. One of those guys.
Don't want that.
You gotta want it. You gotta want it, Wing.
like Tipsy Tom.
Oh, we can do that after this.
Rage quitting Roger.
Rage quitting Roger.
Yeah.
Dude's just pissed off and throwing shit around the whole time.
Right. Actually, an ironic nickname. Not really named Roger.
That's what I'd be doing because like no more about the KI scene.
A little bit. Like, I mean, there are the regular names here and there. Like, everybody that says they'll get good at something else but never does and keeps coming back to KI because they all quit. Like, honestly, that's probably one of those things that, like, the KI and the SG scene share. Is like, everybody complains about the game, everybody says they're gonna go play something else, and then they just keep coming back.
Right.
It's hard to leave a game that you know.
Yeah.
Like I have a respect for KI and Skull. They're all
Yeah.
good games.
Yeah.
Take one.
Hey, come on, never have respect. Yeah. Like, I think, I don't know. That's legitimately like my favorite part of playing Third Strike and playing KI is like DBFZ got this huge balance patch, and people were just like, "Wow, the game's totally changed, and all this shit's fucked up, and my team is garbage." And I'm just over here sitting, man, it would be a shame if you ever played a game that like was literally done and was never gonna change again.
Yeah, like the beauty about Third Strike is, you know, the hours and the time that you put into practice of the game is gonna be applicable 10 years from now.
Yeah.
You know?
Flip side of that, it also doesn't matter how many hours you put into 12, he will never be good.
Yeah.
But apparently Necro, on the other hand,
Necro's good.
Jesus Christ, Sugiyama.
He's good. He's almost up. I mean, almost in the top area.
Almost in the upper mid area, because let's face it, nobody's breaking into top 3.
Yeah.
Likely,
yeah,
probably not
that
top
area.
5.
But the actual, like...
Yeah. The area underneath Makoto and Dudley.
Yeah. Makoto's kind of higher. I'd say underneath, like, Dudley and, I don't know, Yang, Akuma. That region.
Makoto's just fucked up because in about a series of 3 incorrect decisions, there goes your entire health bar.
EP. It's never the wrong decision.
No?
That's actually really bad against Makoto. She calls you out, you just eating it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's definitely the series related to the series of decisions.
One thing I've been seeing a lot more in Third Strike from matches and stuff like that is there's a lot more red fairies going about.
Oh, okay.
That was a lot of talk of, like, you know, in the first 5 years of Third Strike, like, red fairy, if people could do it, it would be like a really good thing. But you don't really see it at all.
Yeah.
And now I've been seeing it a lot more.
Do the red fairy for style too.
I was gonna say, is it all those Hugo and Q players that don't get other options?
Final round. Now.
Like almost like where red parrying is safer. You don't have to worry about parrying the first hit. You know, they do the first hit, and then you know what the timing is, you can red parry and then parry the rest.
Yeah.
But that's not how it was back in the first 5 years of the game. Even the first 10 years. I've seen that in all sorts of
Have you seen the Necro attack, by the way? Where it hits... The first hit, like, hits cross up, and the second hit hits in front?
No.
Yeah.
That's his spinning,
The drill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One more than...
Alright. Yeah.
Maybe you should practice. Maybe my kid should practice sparring with you.
Oh.
Damn!
To Akuma, too.
What do you think he is?
Look at that denial. Come on, give me a fist bump.
Like, I'd rather kill. Okay.
There you go.
Insane.
I get it. I understand that too.
Is it super jump?
No, it just crosses up. Ken does that sometimes, depending on who he's fighting. Yeah, even in the corner, he'll go over. It's character specific. I don't know who. It happens on Alex, so I see it a lot, and it's really annoying.
Ah!
How you gonna do the ah! No, you waited too long.
No, I didn't.
Oh, it's fine.
Wow, that was too.
You can still punish that super.
GG.
Part of me wants to press play again, but part of me's like,
Yeah.
Third Strike's a terrible game. I don't know why anybody.
I kind of feel the same way.
Like, you can attack somebody and their attack will just like almost miss. What's up with that? Like, they can press a button and make your attack go away? Totally unfair.
and this weird glitchy blue flash appears. I don't know what's up with that.
Very unbalanced. It's only the same like top 3 or 4 characters every time, right?
Watch a tournament, yeah.
The same like 3 or 4 characters you consider top tier. That's very unbalanced.
Yeah.
There's never any new characters in the top tier. We're only gonna release an update for this game.
Right. When are they going to release season 2 for this game?
Oh, like, we can break out the SNK versus Capcom Chaos.
Oh yeah.
It's finally going.
Really good in that.
There are fighting game that Zero is
Is he in the Mega Man Fighters game?
No,
Yeah, that must have been way before.
There you go.
Oh, okay. So he's not top tier in that, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
He's a pretty bad character. Yeah.
Unplayable.
Exactly.
That's the lowest tier you can get.
He has 1-0 matches.
Oh,
Also lost 0 matches.
I'm not gonna. Like right now, I'm just building up to. Okay, am I getting deep?
Okay, the answer is no, because those people will suddenly be amazing. Oh, Sledge left.
Sledge says Jason Tools.
Oh, nice.
I have not
Another connoisseur of fine games.
I have not played SVC for a long time.
I haven't either, actually. But I made the mistake of wanting to play Shiki, and she is terrible. But she's cool looking. So that's...
Well, just play the game Shiki's originally in.
I kind of want to. I'm very curious.
Samurai Showdown 64.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, despite its name, did not come out on Nintendo 64.
Right. It's...
Commodore?
Oh.
Commodore 64.
Yeah, despite its name did not come out on the Commodore 64.
It kind of looks like it did, but surprisingly no.
It's like Star Fox 64 has a misleading name because it did not come out on the Commodore 64.
Yeah, we've come full circle and now we're making shitty jokes and then shovel that.
Right.
That's cool.
There's also, I think, 3 of the 3D Samurai Showdown games. I've never really seen any of them like played anywhere, not even like, you know, Japanese tournaments.
Are you including Edge of Destiny?
I don't know. I know there's like Warriors Rage or something,
Yeah,
and
Warriors
I think
Rage,
that's the last one. Or
No.
I think the second one is actually Samurai Showdown 64 too. Is that right?
Then they made Edge of Destiny, which
Okay, what was that?
That came out on the Xbox 360.
Okay.
Yeah, it went by a different name in Japan. But I forget.
Samurai Spirits
It
Edge of
actually looked
Destiny.
pretty cool, but you know, it didn't go too far.
Okay.
Yeah. I do not have a Commodore 64.
I
have
do.
A bunch of other fighting games.
And
or
actually,
other
speaking of the Commodore 64, I saw Retro City Fest a couple like, I don't know. They had like all the old systems, so I got to play Oregon Trail on.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and they also had Commodore 64. So I was playing the game, and actually the guy I was chatting with the guy, and they actually have a Commodore and Amiga club. So he gave me the flyer, and I'm like, okay, maybe if I can, because I kind of like, I had like Commodore 64. I had a disc, like a floppy disk drive, 525 floppy disk.
Yeah.
And a box full of floppy disks.
Okay.
Which I hope to God are still up in the attic in my house. But I'd like to at some point get that down and see if it all works. And
Okay.
like
And then meet up. Yeah.
play like back in the day. I played like Space Taxi. That was my. Yeah.
I did not
I
play.
don't think I know anything about
There was surprisingly a good amount of Commodore 64 games, at least that I had.
Yeah.
Any good fighting games?
I
in
hear them
Commodore
every now and then.
64?
I don't remember. I
Fighting
remember
games
playing the
even a
Ghostbusters
thing?
game on Commodore 64. I think it was Commodore 64.
Like some
I remember
Karate
the
Champ wannabe?
remember the
VR
NES
Kung Fu.
Ghostbusters game. Don't recommend.
When are we gonna get Jackie Chan?
That's different than like Fist of Fire or. Oh, okay. I have played that. Nostalgic is a big proponent of that game.
Nostalgic also likes Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters.
Yeah, so
I
we
love
can't
Ninja
trust
Turtles
his opinion.
Tournament
No,
Speaking of Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters, Sledge on stream also really loves Tournament
he
Fighters.
does.
I'm going up to North.
First time I played it was because he fought at the same tournament.
Good night, gentlemen.
Yep, see you later, Latency. See you later, Wing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so NorCal Crab Battle, February 9th. I'm going up there for CVS2 and Tournament Fighters. I'd like to have a guy in the arena. Trying to get as many people as I can. Want to go up for CVS2, VSAV, Turbo, Tournament Fighters, and where else? Very nice.
I'm not. I'm way too lazy? Lazy.
You should at least go to Anime Ascension.
Yeah, but
He's
that's
too lazy to go to Anaheim.
It's
Yeah.
It's in Irvine. It's not
so far.
Irvine is like,
like
we're
2
Orange
hours
County! No, you're not.
Anaheim's kind of the same way. You're kind of on the edge of Orange County.
Okay, technically, I guess you're a little bit nicer, but
Yeah, when is animation? Next week or?
Valentine's Day weekend. So 15th.
Okay.
Guilty
And
Gear
Valentine's
plus R,
Day.
we're only running on Saturday. So you don't need to worry about going Friday
Oh,
and Saturday or
yeah,
anything like
yeah.
that. So the whole thing will be on Saturday.
I always thought that'd be really funny if somebody like they bought the pass for the one day, and then they like made top 8.
Yeah.
It's like I can't get in tomorrow, guys. Oh well, too bad.
Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters on Sega. Are you crazy?
take a version.
That's even worse than the NES version.
That's interesting. There's a group of games, including the Turtles games, where they had like the same game, or at least the same generation of game, come out like the NES, Genesis, and like doubly different.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I remember like I think it was. What was the name of this Turtles Genesis game? It was like the
Hyperstone Heist.
Hyperstone Heist. That's it. Yeah.
Oh.
And I was like
yeah.
playing on my
It's like
SNES.
trying to
and
be
my,
Turtles
like,
2 or 4, but it's kind of
right.
Yeah.
Am I playing like all these Turtles games on my NES and my SNES? I'm looking at this Genesis game like, I want to play that.
Yeah,
Why
that's
isn't it on the SNES?
It was like
that when I
Contra
was a kid,
Hardcore,
yeah.
for example.
Yeah.
Was a Genesis exclusive.
actually a lot of I saw what was it? Some series like forget, but they had a Genesis version like Ninja Gaiden, I think. Did that have a Genesis one?
Shinobi was the main.
No, it's not. But it was some series that's known for Nintendo. But there was a Genesis one of it, and I was like, I've never seen this game before. Like, I didn't even know they made a And again, it was a whole new game, like totally different. It wasn't just like a straight port of one of the Nintendo ones. Yeah, but they actually have a lot of games like that. Just I don't think people have that strong Sega nostalgia. They say they do, but then I guess all the kids are playing Super Nintendo at the time.
Like, the Genesis games age as well as in.
Yeah, I mean, probably assuming anyone played them.
Depends on the game. Like there's some of the Genesis games that I just love, like Dynamite Heady and
Right.
Gunstar Heroes.
Gunstar Heroes is really
I had that on
good,
my Wii.
I mean,
That was so good.
that's just Treasure, and Treasure is just.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
really good. That's really worth it.
So, that's some great role-playing games that no one talks about. All good.
I love Shining Force 2.
Right? You need to play Phantasy Star 4.
Still do, yeah.
Yeah, Shining Force games are good.
Speaking of RPGs, I'm actually not gonna do my RPG stream this week because I'm gonna be gone on Friday.
Oh,
So
yeah.
tomorrow we're actually doing Guilty Gear.
Right,
instead.
right.
I'm probably going back to Dawn's again on Friday. I'm getting my CV.
Well, Salty over at Game Realms is gonna start picking up. So I'm not gonna be doing Guilty Gear streams every Friday. I'll just be doing them every other Friday.
Right.
So I'm running Guilty Gear over there.
Oh yeah. Way it used to. That's also on the 15th. Got it.
Yeah, I'll be gone then. Yeah.
And maybe I should go. I need to pick.
So for next month, we'll do CVS 2 at some point. We'll do Killer Instinct. We'll do Third Strike. And then I think the other day we're gonna split up between the Fighters 11 and maybe Rumblefish 2 if I can get Rumblefish working. I don't know if I can get it working for a stream.
Right. It's gonna be interesting though, because again, no one has it. No.
It'd be cool to play it.
We can start the community. And then it'll
Grow the
become-
Rumblefish 2 scene.
It'll be big, and people have to scrounge around for arcade boards. To...
Yep.
Let me see.
After all these years, it's time for the scene to come back.
The Rumblefish 2 scene.
Right,
Resurrect it.
Finally. It happened for Third Strike. It happened for other games. Just come back out of nowhere.
I wonder what
Be
SNK
sad,
is like.
making good-
How they would be. SNK's got such a SNK and Neo Geo and all that stuff. There are so many games, and they have like the SNK 4 collection was actually good.
Oh yeah.
Yes, you did
I
hear
like
King
a
of
lot of those
Fighters
collections
11.
too. Even just like art, King of Fighters.
We
or
will be
sorry,
playing King of Fighters 11 next
Fate of
month.
Fury, Art of Fighting collection. Like those
Yeah,
are
I
all
mean, SNK
really
could
good
just go, hey,
collections.
like here is like every single King of Fighter game up through like 98 or 99 or
Yeah.
whatever it was.
Why do that when they could sell each game individually for $7, except for 98, which was $15?
Well, they could do that, and then once those stop selling, then they can release.
That's my
Speaking of Windjammers,
Windjammers.
yeah, Windy Man here loves Windjammers.
Windjammers
like
2.
get down the Switch.
I-
We will be having a Windjammers
I'm skeptical they're
tournament
gonna
at
do that
Animation.
right.
I won't be going.
Wants to give the other guys a chance. Very noble of
There
you.
is a Windjammers tournament.
Is there a Underworld Championship tournament? Because I won at
Yeah, congratulations
I
on
got
that, man.
$75 at Amazon.
Oh.
And I
Oh,
got
not
$50
bad.
to this most amazing that I'm going to go to every time. It's so really good.
It's close to
for
Super?
Pomona anyway.
Oh,
It's called Mr. D's Diner.
Oh, it's mine.
Oh, seriously, like, okay, I want you to think of like, you order like an omelet or you order
Is
like
everything
a skillet
named
from Denny's.
with a D? So you order like, I'll take the big D. Oh, you gotta try the
Jason loves the big D.
fat D. Oh,
No,
it's
but
delicious.
no, but seriously, like
The heavy D.
if you live like like east of LA, like Azusa, Laverne,
Not
like more like Pomona and Laverne, like think of what Denny's gives you.
Okay.
Double that for the same price.
Okay.
The
Oh, okay. That's
proportions
not bad.
are huge.
That's not bad.
I got like
one of
a
the selling points
I
of
got like
Denny's.
I got like a 4-egg omelet with every single meat imaginable, and like a third of the way through it, I was like, oh, I'm totally finishing this, and like another third of the way through, I was like, I'm not finishing this. This is really impressive.
I
Man, there's just too much
underestimated
ostrich
my
meat in
stomach.
this.
They had
Not bad.
chorizo. I was like, yes. Love chorizo.
So I just think I should look at my
King of Fighters 11.
King of Fighters
King
11.
of Fighters 11.
So my 11 team, I'm
think I played
apparently
11.
playing Elizabeth, Ash, and Duo Lon. I don't think I've ever touched any of them before, so
Yeah,
it'll
I don't
be-
think
On
I
Holy
played.
Night,
it'll be fun.
I've
we
never
can play
played
this
11.
game as well.
We could.
Or we could shoot ourselves in the face.
Running at a breathtaking 20 frames per second.
You gotta bring out the N64 again at some point.
I don't even mind the fact that it runs slow, but it
I
drops
got-
your inputs. It's terrible.
I got-
It doubles them like this happening with Juno too. It wasn't even just me. You do like one quarter circle and hit a button, and the super comes out. I'm like, wait, there's no way I did double.
So
what's
I
going on?
got for my N64, I got Tetrasphere.
Okay.
I got Biofreaks,
Okay,
which is my other favorite.
played that.
Yeah, obviously we still have War Gods.
that's the one you can fly around, right?
Yeah.
And-
And you have a gun, you can.
yeah,
so that's
yeah.
awesome.
H hazards.
I don't know why I love those like Biofreaks and War Gods so much, but they're like not the most
Yeah.
traditional fighting games, but they.
He tried.
Homemade,
They
yeah.
were, yeah. I kind of like Biofreaks because yeah, you can run around more and.
Sunrise FX on the SNES.
Okay.
What else did I get?
Terrible too.
Destruction Derby 2 to the PlayStation. I actually have to play it. What was the other game I got? It was NBA Hang Time, which is way better than NBA Jam. Because there are so many more new features.
It
on
doesn't
it.
have Hillary Clinton and whoever else we were picking. I can't
It
even
has
remember.
Team
Prince
Fire.
Charles.
Your team can go on fire, not just.
Oh,
individual.
okay.
You guys remember The Grid?
Yep.
Fun game.
I played it.
I played it. Actually, I had a friend of a friend who actually had arcade cabinets locked.
Nice.
They weren't on, but yeah, I don't know. He had like 3 of them, like the whole setup ready to go.
Yeah,
like,
they come to get connected.
Oh, okay. They weren't on. He just had them all and he snuggled with them in bed and.
So speaking of weird connected type cabinets, you guys know the 6-player X-Men cabinet, right?
Yeah.
So if you actually put 2 CRTs right next to each other to make that widescreen effect,
Oh yeah.
you're gonna have a border between the two because you've
Heard
got
about this.
glass in the monitors.
But the actual cabinet
And-
didn't have. They just took the.
Well,
No,
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 so
it's
I'll
better.
explain it here. So
you know.
also if you put them right next to each other, they're gonna magnetize each other.
Yeah, yeah. That was
And
why
you're gonna
they.
get, like, a weird
Yeah, that
ping
was the
effect
issue they
between
had.
the
Yeah.
two.
Yeah.
So what you do, what the game has is the first one, like the left monitor, is normal, and then the second monitor is
Oh,
actually
it's down the
underneath
bottom.
everything,
Yes, of course.
like underneath the control panel, and it's a mirrored display.
Yeah.
And then they mirror that, so it's backwards. So if you actually try emulating it the normal way, like on main kind of thing, with it without it being like affected, it's going to look like the second screen's upside down.
Yeah.
Well,
Which is a much better way to play. It should have just been like that.
There's a game at Royce's, which is monitors next to each other.
It's one of the Dariuses. I think
Yeah,
one of the
it sounds like
Dariuses
Darius 3
did
probably.
that.
Yeah, so it's like the two underneath pointing up and the one, or is it down?
Yeah, the middle one's the mirrored one.
Yeah, like
And then-
I knew how that worked, but it didn't dawn on me that the X-Men game was like that. I mean, of course it would have to be like that.
Yeah.
They were really fucking clever back in the day, weren't they?
Right?
They had to be.
Made that a holographic arcade game,
The Sega
hologram
one?
time traveler,
The Sega one.
which I actually kind of liked.
Remember that?
But everyone always laughed at that, and it's like it's kind of fun. It's a Dragon's Lair kind of press a button to move your guy and die watch a silly animation. I remember that. Weird things underneath. Tab.
Third Strike, y'all.
So
Yep.
I want to
976.
get Rumblefish 2 working. I don't know if I can. I want to come up with an alternative game if I can't do that game.
Get actual fish
And make them
and
rumble.
rumble them.
The
Yeah.
secret character from
Stuff
from
an
Tekken 3.
N64 rumble pack inside of the fish.
You guys hear about that by the way?
Maybe
The
two of them.
Tekken 3 character.
In what?
So in Tekken 3, the developers wanted to make an actual legitimate just fish. Not like a bear that fights, just a fish that flops on the ground.
Like a
and can't
Magikarp?
attack.
Goldine,
Yes.
Goldine,
It's gonna
Goldine,
use
Goldine,
splash.
Goldine, Goldine.
It's a suicide character. You're just gonna die playing this stupid fish that flops around.
Okay.
But they decided against it because players, for the first time picking this fish, would be putting money into the arcade and then losing because they choose this character and not realizing that was going to happen.
It's a life lesson. Don't pick the fish.
So they decided against it.
Why didn't they put it on the home console?
So that was what I was going to say. So if
Yeah.
Tekken was console only, the fish would have been in the game.
Same. History's greatest loss.
And then you input Raging Demon,
Just a
and then
floppy fish.
And instead, they converted that fish into who's a character nobody likes. Converted that fish into Brian. All the day.
Oh, I don't know if any more Third Strike. Are we done? I think. Done.
I think we're done.
I'm done.
Done.
I should get to sleep.
And let's move on to Street Fighter 4.
Ooh.
I played okay, like at the beginning, and then a little bit later, I played Street Fighter 4. Then I was like, this is okay, but it's just interesting that I'm not the biggest fan of Street Fighter in general. Although I do play
Yeah, okay.
Hyper Fighting. Obviously, I play Third Strike.
Yeah. Mostly just don't
But-
like the characters.
I should get a copy of Street Fighter 4 for PS4. I don't own that one. I own the PS3 one.
If you had pre-ordered 30th anniversary, you would have gotten a copy of Ultra Street. You losed. And then since the Switch didn't have Fighter 4, they're like, here's Super Turbo the Tournament Battles.
Oh, is that
getting
how-
4 Switches together?
Is that why?
Yeah, so if you have 4 Switches and 4 copies of the 30th anniversary,
Who doesn't?
you can play tournament battles.
What do I
You can
do?
emulate 4 linked cabinets. The convenience of your 4 tiny little
Your-
switch
your
screens.
4 switches. What do I do my other 7 switches?
So that reminds me of
Buying all of them.
Smash TV for the NES.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Double fisted action.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Smash TV was a very rare game in that if you wanted to play the ultimate way it was designed with 2 players, you had to get the 4-player adapter.
Right.
And that's because you tilted the controllers on their side, so each thumb was each D-pad.
Yeah.
Because it was a twin stick shooter essentially.
Yeah.
If you want to play 2 players in the twin stick shooter fashion,
Yeah.
you had to get a 4-player adapter and do it that way.
Yeah. Or you could just been like me as a kid and just have no friends and play with yourself and it's fine. It's already 2 controllers.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was like I remember seeing that somewhere, the book or instructions, and you can play this, and I'm like, this is the stupidest thing. I'm just going to use the controller by itself. And then now, a little older.
Double fisted action.
now, a little older and wiser, I realized that was actually a really good idea because you can walk in one direction and shoot the other, and
Yep.
that helps.
Build twin sticks.
I have double-fisted NES controllers. Actually, I think I've seen those in speedrunning tournaments. One guy, 2 controllers. Beat Secret of Mana or something.
I like Smash TV.
Several other games
I
to do
saw
that
a
on.
guy who was at like AGDQ or whatever, where he created this special controller that input NES and Super Nintendo at the exact same time.
Right, the Punch Out.
And he played both
Yeah,
Punch Outs
I
at the same
vaguely
time.
remember that. I think I saw a
You showed
clip
that
of that
to
or
me.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he would time beating one enemy at the same time he would have to use the super punch with the other one because you have to press start to continue.
Right.
So it's like start and that's how you do your specials in the game. You don't pause the game.
Yeah, yeah. There's that old classic one with some ass, but it was like Mega Man X, X2, and X3,
Yeah.
like all the same exact input.
Really?
Yeah,
Simultaneously?
Yeah. It's a pretty old one actually. They've actually done some crazier now, I think. Yeah. It looked really good, mostly because task. You know, there's like a few moments where like Mega Man's running into a wall on purpose, like oh, it's to get the other guy up a thing. For the most part, it actually looked pretty like fluid, like they're not just
Well, that just
running guy to a
proves
wall.
that they were just copying and pasting level design.
Right? Yeah.
Let's just
Classic Capcom.
move this a little higher and then move. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
new level. It's
Make 8 new Robot Masters, and you got a new Mega Man game. There you go, done.
So there's this speedrunner I watch called Mitch Flower Power,
Oh yeah.
and he now has like the world record in pretty much every category except for
Yeah, I saw that recently in Speedruns Live
Yeah.
for Mario 3. Yeah, for everything.
he has it for everything except for the wrong warp.
Oh wow.
He's like 3rd place in wrong warp, and he's like, fuck that, I'm not trying to get that again, I don't care.
Okay.
So that's the only one he's missing now.
Okay.
And so he wants to improve his favorite one, which is any percent warpless.
Okay.
So what he's trying to do for it is there's this technique called early hammer, where like you have to manipulate the hammer brother.
Yeah. You say trying though, he did it.
He did it, yes, he did it, and he's trying to do it even more.
Yeah.
There's a new technique.
Just in
he's been working
case
on.
somebody ever tries to break the record.
Yeah, he wants to break his own
So
record.
what's the new technique? On
So
paper?
so how it was he would get to this thing and try to see if the hammer brother would pass by stage 3 and go before stage 3. So he could beat it, get the hammer in it, and then skip a whole bunch of levels.
Yeah, take a shortcut by breaking that rock on the map.
Yeah, and oftentimes it
Okay.
would mean like hopefully getting it first try, but if not, dying in the next stage and see if it would show up. And after like 3 deaths, it wasn't worth it anymore. And so, you know, he would do it over and over until he finally got like the first try. But it was so incredibly rare that it was really hard to do it consistently because then you have to play the rest of the game right. So he worked with this task creator to create a task because the Hammer Brothers going to come based off of all of the inputs you've done at like certain frames throughout the game, all the way up until halfway through world. Trying to get this.
Right.
And so he's like, you know, I can't control every single input on every frame up until that point. But it turns out you don't need to control every single frame. You need to control the last frame of the previous level right before this during that world.
Yeah. When you hit
So
that
when-
star
it's-
block or the
it's when you
block.
start. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So he created a task that does all those start blocks at the exact time, so that he plays the video of the task while he's playing the game, with like a little stop sign, a stoplight thing. So right when it jumps, he jumps.
Yeah.
And he uses that as a thing. And his
That's it.
very first time trying it, he got it like first try.
Yeah. I saw. I think when he was doing that, because I saw that and I thought that's amazing. And then yeah, he set the record at that point.
Yeah,
at
he set a record
at some
with
point
that
later
one. So
that
now he's
day.
try-
Yeah.
Now he's trying to find like faster routes with it, you know, and stuff like that. So he's working on that more. But it's just pretty cool that he even thought about that.
Yeah. I've been watching a lot more after work recently. Put on. But yeah, I've been seeing a lot of his attempts, which are pretty cool.
Because he finally got 100%
yeah.
record.
It's funny to say he's the record in like every category and like
Yep.
crazy hard to beat because he got the early hammer and he's saving like minutes.
Yep.
Yeah. I also saw that thing recently. I think I linked it in one of the discords. I don't know what. But there's a kill screen on a Commando. The someone was playing the Capcom Classics Collection or something. But yeah, once you get to like level 140 on Commando, the game crashes out. Do you guys remember how that game works?
No.
Basically, you beat a level, you know, it's just like run and gun, like a Kari Warriors kind of thing. You walk up, shoot things. You beat a level, you get like this little medal, and once you get like 5 medals, you get a slightly bigger medal, and then when you get 5 more, you get like a big star medal. So then he's basically just going for a high score, you know, and he's just like beating it over and over and over. And eventually he's got so many medals at the bottom. Well, he didn't know it was at first, I guess, but so many medals at the bottom that it overflows the screen, and then the game crashes. And that's it, kill screen.
Yeah.
And then then I saw him like.
It's interesting how that works.
Yeah, and I guess
because
I saw
it
him.
overflows the digits into the next digit, and the next digit for those is usually like the RAM.
Yeah.
So it actually like corrupts the RAM.
Yeah. In this case, I think it might have been actual physical screen. Like it's like, where do I put this? It's like, oh, I don't know. But yeah, so I saw him like the next day because I guess he's doing it again because he didn't know why it crashed exactly, and it's like people have theories. And I'm watching, it's like, is this like a new kill screen no one's ever found before? And like, he did it again.
Nice.
And he was saying like, wanted to try it like in a fire up MAME and see if it's on the original arcade one, and I don't know if anything ever happened. I just thought it was amusing because like no one ever knew that, like no one ever found that.
Like
no one
the
got that
programmer's
far
like,
through Commando.
no one will ever get that many medals.
Yeah, pretty much.
I was like, did you see the there was a Steam game called I think it was Pac-Man level 256. Because you guys know about Pac-Man, right?
Yeah.
You can get to level 255, but once you hit 256, the game crashes.
It thinks it's level 0 and it's just fucked up on
it
the
fucks up
screen.
everything.
Yeah.
So they created this fan game called Pac-Man 256, where you're playing the game and the whole game is glitching out, and it's like phases are just
Like just
disappearing
from the
behind
first
you.
level,
So you're
basically.
just trying to just going forward and running away from this destroying maze trying to kill you.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty cool.
That's funny.
Yeah. Like this glitchy message trying to
Yeah.
envelop you just running from this.
Like a dot hack sort of thing.
Yeah.
Or, was that nameless game?
The world.
No.
The world.
It's actually called the Nameless Game. It's a Japanese RPG that never, DS RPG, which never got released in America.
I'm not too familiar with some of the DS RPGs.
Something no game.
Name no game.
Yeah, whatever Nameless is.
I think
That's the
I
name.
think I might have seen a video on it. I think I might know
It actually sounds like an amazing game. Like it's really sad that it never got an English translation. It's kind of like a Ring, like based on like the Ring, you know, and that was popular.
Yeah, so you're playing the game, and in the game you're playing the game.
And you're playing, so you're like you're
game.
yeah, you're this kid in this like
the game, and then you die for
real. But you're this kid in this 3D, you know, world kind of thing, and you find this like game which has no name on. It's like, oh, what's this game? And it's like this little like Dragon Warrior old school RPG thing. It's like, oh, that's kind of cool, you know, little 8-bit villagers, and then like. You go to the next day, you play it again, like, it's a little weirder, like, wait a minute, this villager is kind of glitchy, and then the whole thing just starts getting, like, super crazy, like, the villagers are, like, you know, like, having, big sacrificial pyres, and it's like, wait a minute. And then, and the you know, crazy monstery things in the game are kind of coming out to the real world, and you gotta run, and, you know, it sounded amazing, but yeah, never got an English translation.
If you die in real life, you die in the game.
Yeah. That's terrible. That's kind of true. I mean, it's hard to beat the game when you're dead, but yeah.
There's a bunch of cool RPGs I'd want to check out at some.
Yeah, that's the other problem too. You mentioned all the RPGs you have to beat, but those are only the officially translated ones. Yeah. You gotta beat all the ones with the translation patches. And,
yeah. So not only do I have to beat, for example, Breath of Fire. Right. I have to beat Breath of Fire for the Game Boy Advance.
Right, yeah.
I have to beat the Japanese Breath of Fire fan translated. Right?
Yeah.
I gotta beat every version.
I'd argue
of
that might
be
the same game, but okay. Okay.
Tales of Fantasia.
Speed run every version of it.
I played the fan translated version of Tales of Fantasia before it came out on Game Boy Advance.
Oh, we are have that one is. That was something.
That was pretty interesting, because they censored a lot of stuff when they put that in the U.S.
Well, yeah, and the fan translated added more cursing and
sexual themes. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. I was like, damn, this is in the game.
Yeah,
okay.
It's like, well, there's that thing on the boat that I don't know if we can say on the stream, but it's just like we probably
There's a scene I remember where like the 14-year-old girl got drunk or whatever, and she's screaming your name while she's asleep.
Right.
It's like, damn.
Yeah, the other one was just on the boat, and like. The one guy, the kind of older lechery guy, is like talking to the main you know, kind of pure-hearted main character about the women in the party and like, hey, look at those women, hey, hey, hey. And they're like, oh, you know, like, oh, she's hot and whatever. And it's like, an Arch, I bet she fucks like a tiger. And that was like that was like out of left field. Like he had never said anything like that at any point in the game. It's like, what did that come from? It's like, yeah, that was in the fan translation.
So I was watching this this YouTube video from Stop Skeletons from Fighting. Have you heard from that group?
Tell me about it.
They like review like weird peripherals
Spooky
and stuff like that.
skeletons.
And so they had this one. It was the top 10 worst officially named Nintendo games.
Okay.
So for example, I think it was like number 9 or number 8 or something like that. Was Donkey Kong Country 2?
Diddy's Conquest?
Yes, because
Okay,
it's
I
not
got
Diddy Kong's Quest.
Yeah.
It's Diddy's Conquest.
When I was a
right?
kid, for the longest time, I thought it was Diddy Kong's Quest, and then yes, I looked that up at some point.
So stuff like that, like
Yeah,
the
that's pretty bad.
top 20 worst officially Nintendo named games. So like for example, you know, Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Brothers 3.
That one was pretty funny. Yeah,
Like, stuff like that.
I remember hearing about that.
So that'd be like their criteria. Like, how many numerals are there?
Yeah.
Like, are there 2 separate colons in the name?
Yeah.
If it repeats
gets
the
kinda
same
weird
name
sometimes.
multiple times in the actual title, it's like come on.
Donkey Kong Conquest.
Yeah, Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Conquest.
Diddy's Conquest.
That was one of them. But like, there's so many worse ones. I don't want to give away the worst one, but
I just realized right now when we were saying it, was that supposed to be a pun on Diddy's
Conquest?
Conquest?
Yeah, I think so.
Conquest.
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 Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense.
So yeah, that's a.
Like another one was
Took 20 years to get that joke, so that was a pretty bad name.
yes. Like Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3. Yeah.
Yeah, a second.
The GameCube Four Swords Adventures one was one of them. Because if you
Swords
like,
Adventure?
they're talking about the full title, right?
Like Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, it was. I forgot the full title, but like, whenever it's listed as its actual full title, so they put that in there.
And just Legend of Zelda. There's some games
Well, we
that
call it Four Swords Adventures for short, but
there was you know the a Devil Summoner.
yes.
King Abaddon and the other one.
Yeah, oh yeah, those are pretty bad.
And Soul Song- yeah, that one. Speaking of multiple colons, yeah.
Yeah.
Shin Megami Tensei, colon, Devil Summoner,
Summoner.
colon, which might be a
Yeah.
dash, and then yeah, King Abaddon.
Yeah.
Or no, Raito
Raito.
Kuzunoho versus King Abaddon.
Yes.
And the first one was
The
Raito
Soulless
Kuzunoho
Army.
versus Soulless Army. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like these are names.
Yeah, there's like the Melty Blood game, like Melty Blood Actress Again, current code version 1.07. Like Hologram Summer again, or Hologram Summer Try Hermes Blackland again, or something. It's like, what the fuck is his name?
A long time ago, I was reading a list of like longest game names. 'Cause every now and then they mention some Japanese game which is like just deliberately super long. But one of the more legit ones, English ones, was it was one of Lord of the Ring games.
Mhm.
And it is officially called like Lord of the Rings, Shadows of Mordor, Witch King. But yeah, but it's also just one of those where just like colon, like they had to keep adding stuff.
These were specifically Nintendo game, like not
Right.
not NES games, but made by Nintendo game.
On any system, I see what
Yeah.
you mean. Hopefully they don't sound too bad. When you're saying that, I was thinking they'd be more like Englishy, names.
No,
like,
a lot of it was just like I said, multiple semicolon or multiple colons.
Yeah.
Multiple like numbers in the same thing.
Yeah.
You know,
the kind of thing I'm typing when I'm like, like I go to my backloggery and like, oh, let me record the fact that I have this game in my collection, and I'm like, who do I write? Is there a colon after the dash and 2 colons? It's actually kind of annoying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna spell the name in all caps, and it's like, the font is all caps, and it's like, how do I write it if I'm not writing all caps? Like, good luck. Wild Arms, like, good luck.
Here we go. This is the full title. The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past includes new multiplayer adventure Four Swords.
Oh, okay. Yeah, actually, I have that one. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's right. Cause like I thought it made Four Swords Adventure. Yeah, the original one was.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I saw that one was just called Four
Yeah,
Swords
it's a
Adventure.
pack. Yeah, because it's the GBA port of Link to the Past, but it Four Swords.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Includes new multiplayer adventure Four Swords.
Does it actually say like on the wiki page like that's the name of it?
Not on the wiki
that
page.
would be pretty funny.
Let's see here. It calls it The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past and Four Swords.
Okay. Yeah, you could. Yeah. You know something I've discovered with some older games? The name is really inconsistent. Like the title screen has a different name.
Yes.
Than the box and everything, all the the manual and all of this stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's been really confusing recently.
I've seen those a few times,
an
yeah.
old retro game. And I'm trying to like, wait, what's the name? There's the title screen has it like
the side of the box is different from the front of the box.
Yeah. Or the title screen has a subtitle. Is that part of the name? Like
Mhm.
I was playing recently that had it like a Solstice or.
Solstice, man.
But
I love
yeah.
Solstice. I haven't played Equinox, the Super Nintendo sequel.
I haven't either.
But
heard
I
about
love.
that.
I grew up with that game. I played it. I had so much fun with that game.
Yeah. I played it much later. I think like in college on emulated.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I guess my rental store when I was young never carried it or something.
You got it here.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I've also got Taboo.
I mean, I finished. We could play. I think we played that once actually. Now that I mentioned it. That's something. I don't know if you can call it a game.
Did I show you Spiritual Warfare? Because I finally got that working.
No.
I had to actually take the whole cartridge apart and like rubbing alcohol all over it kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, I was curious about that.
But I've got it working
now. I
now.
want to see the Christian Zelda knockoff.
Christian Zelda knockoff.
Yeah.
I was actually considering working on like speedrunning that game.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
We'll
And
see.
I was
I
saying,
might
like,
still do it.
You got to get it working, and you did. So
I did get it
you can-
working.
You could be the runner.
There's two versions of the game, like 1.06 and 1.07 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I have no clue what the difference between the versions is, and I couldn't find anything about it online.
You know what yours is?
Mine's the first version. Yeah, 06.
You just found some like ROM sites, right? Like they just had both of them.
No. I saw like that in the speedrun page for this game, which only has like one record.
Oh.
You have to list which version of the game you have. And I don't know what the difference is, and it doesn't say anything about it on there, but they want to keep the versions in there anyway, because it says the version on the title screen.
Find out. Let's start that community, get that competition
The
going.
community.
And they're like, oh, you gotta play the 07 version. That's the one with the wall glitch.
Yeah, Spiritual Warfare. Yeah, Fighters 11. I'm excited. I love this game. Fun game.
Oh, tournament. I kind of forgot it had that. Might have been the only King of Fighters that had that like tag out mechanic. Like
2003 had it.
Okay, but I mean, you can like attack them as you tag out too. It's not just like switch,
Yes, yeah,
like,
you can.
Yeah, because
But that costs like a cancel meter stock.
Yeah.
'Cause there's like a dream cancel stock or something.
I was seeing like ridiculous combos because someone like starts comboing,
Yeah.
they tag to the next guy, and the next guy gets full combo. It's like
Yeah.
in your face, and it's like that is.
It costs a stock or two stocks to do it, something like that, depending on which type. Yeah.
That's also the game where Oswald was like really OP, or is that a different?
Yeah, well, he was introduced in that game.
Yeah.
The only other game he's been in is 14.
Okay, yeah, because I think he was introduced when he was really OP. Like he had
Yeah.
infinite struggles, and
He's really powerful in that
even
game.
not using that, he had like amazing range.
So is Kula. Kula's really powerful in that game too.
But not.
They actually balanced the game a lot better in the console version. But in the console version, you can choose if you want the arcade balance or the console balance.
Okay.
Which means everybody just chooses the arcade balance, even though it's like
Right.
you play Kula and Oswald,
Well,
and that's the game.
That's tournament standard. It's just
Yeah.
like CBS 2, and you know.
Well, roll canceling makes the game
I think
better.
you were saying recently like banned characters, like, well, this is banned in arcade, so we can't have this in our console tournaments. But they're there. Right?
Yeah.
Let's pick them.
There's console characters. I think 8 console characters, 11 that you just can't play as from tournaments.
11 the one that didn't have King until console? You don't think
It
of
didn't have Mai until console.
Okay,
It had King.
I'm thinking of 2003. One of them I remember like arcade like didn't have King. And I'm like what? And then like yeah console and she was in there. And I was
Yeah,
like,
this one
"Oh,
doesn't
that's
have
cool."
Mai or Leona.
Yeah, the one I'm thinking of it was also the first KOF game that didn't have King, which is like one of those like well, how did you not have this character?
Yeah.
And that one had that same kind of
Well,
controversy.
12 didn't have King.
Yeah, oh, yeah, but I mean the first one at that time.
Yeah.
And also known 12's demo for 13 really.
12. Yeah.
But yeah, and this one I think was also infamous for that same thing. Like it didn't have Mai, and it's like how do you not have Mai?
Yeah, it didn't have Robert. It didn't have Leona. No Yamazaki.
Yeah. But those are, I mean, you know, Leona Yamazaki came out a bit later. Robert's been around, I think. Yeah. Especially Mai too. Is like making like a Street Fighter game without Chun Li, and it's like
yeah, really.
How do you? That? Even Third Strike was like, or Street Fighter 3 was like people aren't buying Street Fighter 3. You know, a new generation, Second Impact. How do we fix this for the third one? Put Chun Li in.
Yeah.
And then
That'll sell the game
yeah,
more.
And then it turned out terrible.
Yeah.
She broke it, and everyone just hates it. But yeah.
Trash game. Third
Yeah.
Strike trash game.
I like Third Strike. Not enough. The only problem is, like a lot of games, kind of like Marvel too. Actually, when you start getting to the top tier, it's like always this you're gonna
Yeah.
see, and it's like I don't.
You see that a lot in Fexel, you know, where it's like, when you boil down the game that hard, and you don't have much left, it's like, okay, I see what this whole game is. I don't know if I want this anymore,
yeah.
you know.
I thought I meant character-wise, but as far
But
as
yeah,
combo
like
options.
Fexel, it's get the hit.
Yeah.
And
Do
that's
this
it.
combo. That's
Get the hit.
That's
and
kind
then
of
you use yours.
like when a Capcom game. You do this one thing every. In this doesn't have like more combo-oriented game have those really creative situations where you get this hit in this really weird situation. It's like, how do I pick up on this? And then you see some you see some guy actually do it. I'm like, whoa! I can't believe he converted that into a combo. And something like Third Strike, it's like I got him in this weird air hit, and it's like he's just all out. It's literally nothing you can do. Yo. And try not to stay up too late.
Yeah,
I'll wake
it's a good
up.
idea.
God, it's terrible.
Yeah, I've got work tomorrow morning too. And usually my the last days of the month are like super at work.
Oh, okay. I got a meeting. Retrospective. I'm
Probably still gonna stay up and work on my video. I've been working.
no, okay.
I wanted to get it done like for February 1st or February 2nd, but I'm not gonna be able to meet that deadline.
Surprise or
No, it's not a surprise. I'm working on like a news series of videos where I was just covering these are the tournament results for these older games.
Yeah, you mentioned.
Yeah, I made like one episode before, but it wasn't good enough for me to publish. It was 80% done. I'm like, okay, I've learned a lot of lessons from doing this. I'm gonna take what I've learned for a different episode and start it that way.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just wasn't gonna be good enough to publish.
As you go along, I'm sure that'll happen too.
Yeah.
Just kind of improve it and
Exactly.
do whatever.
Exactly.
Kinda like your stream here. Eventually, they add the overlays you can see over there for like the arcade cab, Neo Geo cabs. And for each game thing.
I like this Neo Geo layout because I'm using this for where we actually have the camera only, and we don't have the game showing.
Right.
So for when I have this one, I actually have the Neo Geo cab labels.
Right.
And I put this overlay on it, which has these quarters on the machine.
Oh, okay.
Which actually show up in front of the text.
Right.
So I really like that. That was fun. I made one for H&K. We were supposed to have an H&K night, and I was gonna build the H&K scene. It didn't happen.
I remember that.
So I had like this rubble, like you're looking through like a window and everything, and that covered the text. It was really cool,
Maybe
but
that's it. Maybe I just remember talk about it.
Yeah.
You had that for various games too, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could show it here.
Oh, for the game. song is really repetitive now that I'm listening to it. Third strike, yo. Whack. Third strike, yo. Yo. Take something. Back in the old days, they couldn't afford too many words in the game soundtracks. And it's like they just said the word meep once and then repeated it to cut down on the budget. Ugh. Ow. I see two. Is one of them on and the other's not?
One on the right is the.
Okay. People at home don't know. But you have to like save it and it's the. I never really learned it, and I kind of forgot everything I have learned.
Gotta get that Rumblefish 2 scene going.
Yeah. Rumblefish was easy. I think I remember the combos now.
We'll talk to some of the other King of Fighters players, see if they're interested in playing some 11. I know Juno was like, wait, 11? What? I want to play 11.
I feel like he's played all the games. He'll probably correct me, like, no, don't touch.
It's like, dude, can we play some 99?
Game I never hear about. No, I hear about all of them. 96. Yeah, people play that.
I got some of those too. I got the compilation ones.
Maximum Impact.
That one, man. Maximum Impact.
Games to learn. Luckily, a list of what characters I play, so I can't forget.
King of Fighters 2001 and 2000.
The double packs.
And 2002 and 2003.
Yeah, fun story. That pissed off SNK.
Oh, why's that?
They were going to release them separately, but this is
Probably
around the
PlayStation
era
forced them to, huh?
of Sony's we hate 2D games kind of thing.
Yeah, I remember
like,
that.
You can only release them if you put them both together, and they're like, well, okay, fine, but yeah, but it was kind of a, you just got 2 games for the price of 1, and that did not go well for them when they were in the on the verge of bankruptcy. Or
yeah,
I think this came out around the same time. They went down. Playmore bought them, and it got really weird, and then they kind of came back as SNK officially.
Yeah, and now they made a 97 global match. Yeah, it's a port of 97
Right.
with worldwide internet play.
Oh, okay.
But really, it's just for China.
Oh.
But we could buy it. We can
Oh,
play it
okay,
online.
okay.
But they made it for the Chinese market, who loves 97.
That is very random, but okay. I guess that came out at the right time, and
Yeah, it just came out last year.
yeah, well, I mean 97. I guess it came out at the right
Oh,
time
yeah.
in China, and China's like, this is our game.
Well, I mean,
You guys want to play 98? No.
to be honest, the reason why China
98,
likes
oh.
King of Fighters is the same reason why South America and Mexico and those countries like China or like King of Fighters.
The cabs were cheap.
Cheap as free, because you could hack them and illegally
right,
pirate
right,
them.
right.
And China's all about pirating, right?
Right, yeah.
So they get all
Especially
these
back
like you'd have to pay if you wanted Street Fighter, but you could pirate easily Neo Geo games.
Yeah,
So we're gonna
'cause
pirate.
You already
King of
had the
Fighters.
cab. You just put the new one in there. Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
So because of that, there was a lot of pirating going on, and that's why they love King of Fighters, because that's what they played
I
instead
mean,
of
that
Street
much
Fighter.
I know. But like, why 97 as opposed to anything else? I don't know. You know, people love 98 because 98 and 2002 I can see, because even if you don't want to talk about game, like nuances of gameplay and all that, look at the roster and it's like that's a ton of characters.
Yeah.
So that's like, oh cool. Yeah, people like having all the characters in one thing.
Yeah, like 2002 Unlimited match. If you include the EX characters, it's 66 characters in the game.
Pretty good. Is that the most that's ever been in a fighting game?
It depends on how you count it. Because if you want to say EX characters count, then Melty Blood has 93 characters.
Okay. I guess that's kind of true.
If you don't say EX characters count, then I think looking more like a Tekken game, like Tekken Tag Tournament 2. Limited.
66. That's Marvel. I think had like 60. Marvel 2.
I think Marvel had 50 something,
Okay,
like 56 or 54.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure this is higher than Marvel.
Yeah, it's more than Marvel if you count EX characters.
Yeah.
It's something in the 50s, I think, like high 50s if you're just looking at all the slots.
Okay. Question. A lot of KRF characters, like, it's like a different version of Kyo, but technically plays like very differently.
There's 4 versions of Kyo.
Yeah.
and
I'm thinking they all play like really differently, but Melty Blood.
maybe 5 versions of
Melty Blood shares more similarities, but they still are very different.
Usually what I see with Melty Blood is over half the characters, 2 moon styles are almost exactly the same, like
Yeah.
very few differences on a few
It's
normals.
usually like the
and then one of the moons is completely different.
Yeah, well, it's usually like the normals are very similar, except maybe someone has this normal that the other one doesn't.
Yeah.
But then the specials are usually like different.
Yeah.
Like one has this special, and Anyway.
And then like there's like a moon style that nobody plays. And nobody's gonna play half moon CL.
No one's gonna
This
play
is
C
dumb.
Rio. Let's play F, like. Yeah. I guess Misty. I should probably.
Okay, sounds good. We're gonna cut the stream off here too then. Having Guilty Gear tomorrow, and then nothing planned for a little bit. We're gonna go to Worlds Collide on Saturday for a tournament over there. It's a small venue, but we have Plus R over there. Yeah, Northridge. Yeah, right by CSUN. Cool. We'll see you later, Jason. And I'm gonna cut the stream off, guys. Like I said, we are doing Guilty Gear tomorrow. I'm not doing my RPG stream, and don't have anything planned on Friday. So we'll go ahead and see you tomorrow, and have a good one.